mic was muted that whole time, but it's okay. We are professionals here. Overall draft, we're seeing some muted that whole time, but crosstalk. We're also seeing pretty strong. That was a Jarvan support flex. Okay, so I guess it's Jarvan and Draven bot for KGS, unless they're pulling the super flex out of the Fiddlesticks, which I doubt we'll be seeing. On Janley Animals control side, we are seeing Volibear Elise. So I'm not sure who's going mid here. It could be the Aatrox, could be the Elise. I'm assuming it'll be Voli jungle, Aatrox top, Elise mid, but don't quote me on that. Hoping we get a good game here. This game has the potential to be very snowbally for either side. A lot of early game threats with the Elise and the Volibear on Janley animal control side, as well as the Draven and the Yone on Kitten Grooming services side. Let's see if we can get a second caster here. So looking at the champion matchups here, we should be getting into game in a few minutes. The players are getting organized. Yone against Aatrox has no statistics. Fiddlesticks absolutely gapped Volibear last time. Let's see if I can find the game for that. No statistics for Orianna against Elise, which makes sense. Same with Jarvan and Nautilus. Looks like the Jhin matchup is pretty one-sided against Draven. That's a little bit surprising. I would think Draven would be able to snowball against such an immobile AD carry. But what do I know? So let's load some Fiddlesticks games. I'm assuming there won't be that many. Volibear does not show up.
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
Yeah. So the game was Dean on Volibear, who went 5-7-0 against Mason on Fiddlesticks. This was a Scrim game. Mason won 8-0 and 7. So the game was pretty one-sided in general. I don't know if you can chalk this up to it being a Volibear problem, but it does seem like the matchup is Fiddlesticks' favorite. That makes sense. Fiddlesticks scales much harder. And can just AFK farm to 6. We'll see outvalue Volibear if Volibear doesn't get a couple kills or Snowball his laners ahead. Hopefully we'll get some interesting word bans.
I must not fall.
Janley Animal Control thinks they're very funny. Saying that they'll cast.
Happy to sit this one out.
It looks like KGS is banning Crows for Fiddlesticks Hall. Right now, Janley Animal Control has ELE banned. No idea what they're trying to spell. Or ELI. Probably Elise, actually. And I was wrong. It is the Elise jungle. With the Aatrox mid. I hate everything. Gotta remake those assets now. And it is the Fiddlesticks support. Okay, so we're getting multiple flexes here. I can't say I'm in love with it. Fiddlesticks support, I believe, usually builds Aftershock and goes kind of tanky. Interesting answer to the Nautilus. Very curious how it'll go out. I feel like Nautilus just wins. We'll find out once I get these assets created. Also seeing some flexes here. Jake, not that Jake, but the other Jake is playing Jin bot, so more assets to recreate. I love my teams that are playing. Really not sure why the slideshow isn't working either. That'll all be fixed though. Yeah, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I have no idea how Dean makes it seem so seamless. Mad respect to him. Should be getting into game in about 3 minutes here. We will be back. I'll leave you guys alone with the music for now. Alright, we are back. I have been double, possibly even triple debated. It is in fact a Jarvan support, as expected, not the Fiddlestick support, so for all of you who are looking for that Fiddlesticks Aftershock cheese in the bot bush, I'm sorry to disappoint. Looking at our data now, we have never seen Fiddlesticks against Elise data, never seen Orianna against Aatrox data, the Jhin and Draven has stayed the same, no Jarvan against Nautilus data, none of this is surprising for me. And the Yone, which did lose to the Volibear top, even though the Yone had nearly a 3.0 KDA in the loss, which, again, not extremely surprising. We should be getting into game here, so hopefully you can all see this. So again, change it to the correct resolution. And we should be good. There we go. Seeing the Fiddlestick start with the commencing stopwatch in his runes definitely makes sense. It saves a lot of gold. It'll save even more gold once the next patch comes up, where stopwatch will be 750 gold. We're seeing some flame coming out from the Volibear onto the Yone here. Pretty BM if you ask me. Might have to talk to the players about that afterward, maybe assess some fines. We're seeing some discussion about skins here. About Tristana, who is not in this game. Both teams committing numbers to the classic jungle entrances here to try to avoid the level 1 invade. Both teams have the ability to do it. We have the Nautilus, who may or may not have Hex Flash. Did not take Hex Flash, gonna flame him later for that.
Minions have spawned.
But still, Nautilus early with Jhin Root against Fiddlestick's Fear if he chooses to gut his clear to try to invade. Definitely possible to see some early action here. Seeing the Orianna trade early onto the Jarvan, she does have that Aerie for that extra trading in lane. Aatrox should have a pretty rough go of it early, but Orianna outranges him so significantly that even when he hits that level 2 for the dash, it'll be very hard for him to get any damage, and will be poked pretty hard. Seeing some perfect farm here until the Orianna missed that shot and walked into the Q. A little bit unfortunate for Joel there. Strangely, we didn't see too many bans go into Joel here. I want to recheck that just to make sure, but scratch that. We saw 2 bans go on to Joel again. So, following the trend we've seen from recent Kitten matches, Joel continues to get both his Poppy and his Xerath banned out. Now, we saw him be extremely successful on both, getting several solo kills with Poppy, and his Xerath has been pretty impressive when he does get to play it. Fortunately for him, it's been banned in the past 3 series straight at least. Not seeing much action here, both junglers passing the top, keeping their farm even. Orianna has unfortunately missed a lot of CS against the Aatrox, a lane that she should be dominating. But she does have the health advantage, and does still have both her pots, and starting to stack her tier. So she will be scaling. Seeing the farm lead for the Dragon, which makes sense. Some strong trading coming out from the Volibear here, but the Q3 from, I believe that's Goldoziel connects. Early trading from Fiddlesticks onto the Elise here. She should win this though, she's much stronger than And we're also seeing the early rotation from the Aatrox here, which gets his team the revenge kill. The Fiddlesticks did manage to get the first blood. Well played by Mason there, managed to make something out of a rough situation. The W from the Jhin there somehow goes wide. I'd have to get a replay on that later. Aatrox is canceling his bats, might be thinking about a dive, and looks like he'll go for it. He will be giving up a lot of farm here to the Orianna, who now does manage to get the farm lead, finally. But Dion is managing to dodge everything here, just as I spoke. I cursed him. But he should be safe here, unless he dies to the Ignite. Not much you can do there. That's pretty rough. I hate to go that way. Just enemy walks up, ignites you, refuses to elaborate, but it happens. Happens to the best of us. The Jarvan choosing to go for the Spell Thieves here. So for those of you who don't know, Jarvan support is a very niche pick where you take Airy and you build your support item into, some people go Stopwatch first, Zombies, which is pretty good. You can also go for Engage Mythics for tank supports. Most people don't really do that. But what he's looking to do is poke early in the game. We'll get back to that. After the solo, the kill here onto the Orianna, who tries she might to get some farm lead, which she did. She has a 16 CS lead. Will be taken out by the Volibear gank. Should give Yon a chance to farm up, maybe catch up with some of that gold that he lost by giving over a kill to the Volibear. And looks like we're back to farm. So, as I was saying, Jarvan's support is looking to poke early with his banner. It'll also give his ADCs extra attack speed, which is great, especially early. Just looking to be really annoying, poke early, and then in late game, mid to late game, will just be a EQ stick. And that's all he'll be there. He's there for CC, he's there to engage, and then get blown up, and hope that his team can get value out of that. We're seeing some trading here from the Aatrox and the Orianna. Fiddlesticks is here. This will probably be a successful gank. Yep, we saw the Jarvan come in as well. Give the gold over to the Orianna, which is great for them. Orianna is one of their better scalers. Draven, if he doesn't snowball, is not the best scaling champion. We do see, unfortunately, the Orianna give that gold over to the Elise. Elise does burn her flash for it, but it's a kill. Also, I just noticed I was wrong. It is Eric on the Draven and Dean on the Jarvan. I'm not going to remake the assets though, so you guys will have to deal with that. Mason here flashing his Fiddlesticks mastery and doing a little bit of emoting to Anne. Their rivalry in the server is well known, well documented. Fiddlesticks hitting the Elise with the thanks for the BM here. But the game is going to slow down. So Fiddlesticks has a pretty significant CS lead. So does the Orianna and the Draven. Even though Janley Animal Control has a 2-kill lead here, they are still down about 700 gold. Assuming most of that gold will be on the Draven. Yeah, there's a 400 lead there with the Draven and a 300 gold lead on the Fiddlesticks. Ori manages to walk out of the W, does get hit by the Elise route, but will be able to walk away after the electrocute proc without being in too much danger. Just going to be able to farm the wave here. Seems like this isn't a matchup that Joel is very familiar with. I don't know many Oriannas who are familiar with a Jarvan within a Aatrox matchup, although he should be alright with it, given that he does play a good amount of time. But he's just going to keep farming, keep building that CS lead, which is exactly what he should be doing. He can't solo kill the Aatrox, so he should just be farming tier stacks and getting lanes to hit his item power spikes, and maybe play for some team fights around the major jungle objectives, which looks to be like Anne might be thinking about starting with the Herald to trade for the Dragon for Kitten Grooming service. Now, if you ask most pro players right now, they will tell you that first Herald is worth so much, it's worth fighting, it's worth dropping waves bot just to contest. We see the blue side grab Drake and the Yon come over to maybe contest, so they might be able to get both, which would be perfect for their game plan. We do see the Orianna die before Yon has to help out, but the Fiddlesticks and the Jarvan get here in time. Yosh will not die here. Very good ult by Dean there to block the Yon. But Yon snaps right back into the Volibear E, so overall we saw 2 kills go over to Kitten Grooming Service, as well as the Baron and the Dragon, so you know that they're very happy with that. Janley and Local Soldier have to reset mental here, and look to play for their strong early. They do have a lead top, and what seems to be a lead mid, actually probably about even, yeah, there's about a 200 gold lead in mid. Nothing major, but Aatrox will be a force into all of these squishy targets, especially with the new Eclipse build that's been going around. On the other hand, we're seeing Draven have a shutdown just from farming. Love to see that, although as Draven you would prefer to get some kills. He will knock the Elise away and survive the game. Actually, I do want to see how many stacks we have on Draven. So we have 250 stacks of the Adoration passive there, so if he can get a kill, that would be a huge payout. Definitely something you want to avoid if you're generally animal control. Jacob pinging the Orianna flash there to avoid the Aatrox. We're also seeing the Shin heal go down to avoid the Jarvan engage. Decent trade there by the to the Volibear. He has regained the CS lead for now, although it shouldn't go as Volibear catches this wave. Gets the cannon, no -1 in all chat for him. Love to see it. Elise might be looking for a mid gank here, but she is spotted on vision, so Orianna should be backing up. They are pinging very wildly to get Joel to back up here. He might just have to walk to the top bridge to avoid him. Strong trading here, and we see the excellent gank over the wall by Nisa on the Fiddlestick. Seems like he knows exactly what he's doing in the champion. Flashing the Master Raid, dropping the Rift Herald to the top lane. Looks like they're trying to get their Jhin ahead. Or Flame coming out in all chat. See Mason use the stopwatch there. That's what you get for BMing, my guy. Might be able to see an outplay here by the Yon. Almost. Very close. Elise escapes there with less than 30 health. More Flame coming out in all chat. You love to see it. Hope the game is... Even if the Flame comes out, I would like to see the game continue to be played cleanly. Might have to talk to the players after this one. This is not a good hashtag summoners code conduct game. Going on right now. Overall, we're seeing some mid plates get traded to the Orianna for some plates for the Volibear. As Kitten Grooming Service, I would definitely take that. You'd rather the plates go into a Volibear than someone who can use them, like the Jhin or the Aatrox. I think the scaling here is just stronger for Kitten Grooming Service. With the Orianna and the Draven, their team fight will be stronger if they're even more ahead, which they are 3,000 gold ahead right now thanks to that excellent Fiddlesticks dive earlier. But that being said, there's so much just pure damage on the side of Kitten Grooming Service on Janley so that you never know. Orianna should die here, gives the triangle proc to Aatrox. Let's see if he can make it out here. He gets the dash and the Q away. Go back to top lane. Dion dies. Dean might be in Mason might be in trouble here. We see Aatrox get a 2-for-none kill in the 1v2. Manages to finally die to the Draven, who gets a massive payout. Wish it said Draven's payout here in the chat, but we can check. Click on Draven. Gets a huge 850 gold payout along with the shutdown. That was only 150 gold? Nope, he did not get a shutdown on the Aatrox. So that was all payout, which you love to see as the Draven. propel him into his mythic item and some longswords ahead of just the Noon Quiver and agility buff for Jin. And the CS lead got that gold payout. He's probably feeling pretty good. We're seeing Janley and so we're taking second drag, so it's even on drags. And we will be seeing a mountain soul. Alright for both teams. Definitely has more value on Janley Animal Control, who are just naturally tankier. But it would be interesting to see how tanky the Fiddlesticks can be if he manages to stack some armor on the Zanya's plus the Dragon Soul. Just be really hard to kill. Kitten Grooming Service bot might be in trouble here. They take the turret, but the Elise and the Jin are here. Looks like they'll just be able to walk away. But the Aatrox is coming down, so... risky business staying here for one more wave, but they'll go unpunished. We're seeing, indeed, the Driven going for the Zanya's rush first here, as the Seeker's on card and the Seeker's Coda. Should be pretty close to completing that. Zanya's about 7 hours. Aggressive ult there by the Driven, forced to use Draven Heal to stay alive. And the Aatrox is still full health, so they didn't get much from that play. Had to waste the heal summoner spell. Also popped the Draven Shield, but he will get some good damage onto the Elise there and get popped. 2 kills for 1 so far for Janley Animal Control, who are still behind, even though they have almost double the kills. Just good macro play from Kitten Grooming Service, managing to grab some towers and plates, get a CS lead in all of their lanes so far. Except for support. No one cares about support. Sorry, Jake, it's the truth. It's like Janley Animal Control might be able, nope, will not quite be able to take mid turret here, but they'll be able to if they stick around for another wave. Janley Animal Control has a little bit of a timer before Kitten Grooming Service is back on the map, but it looks like they'll just back off, won't push it, won't risk it. I think with their comp they have to take risks, because if they don't manage to take risks and get ahead, they will just lose. They'll get outscaled and they will lose. Flag and drag missed by Dean on the Jarvan. Does the sad Zoe wave and disengages from the Elise. Probably won't be seeing too much action here. The Rift Herald is spawning, is alive now. So we should be seeing some teams posturing for vision over there. But it looks like they'll just be wrestling for mid control, which makes sense as well. Saw the link swap for the Raven moving over to mid lane. I hate that there's so many similar sounding champs, similar looking champs as well in this game, especially with that Darkstar skin on the Raven, but it is what it is. Yon, right about now, actually has built the board. Now, a lot of Yasuo players have to build boards recently, even through its recent nerfs. I think it actually just got buffed this patch, but it's, in my opinion, incredibly int to not build crit items on Dion. You can go Yorick, I suppose, if you're delaying your 100 crit power spikes so significantly. See the Raven get picked off by the Nautilus there. Not exactly who you want to see the mode go on. We're seeing a 2v4 for the Orianna and the Aatrox. Or for the Yon and the Orianna. Yon manages to get a kill, but overall, that's a very solid trade for Janley. We'll be very happy with that. Get the turret, get 4 kills, 3 kills. 3 kills for 2. Definitely positive, and should be able to grab the Herald off of the back of that as well, get some more damage onto the mid turret. This game's looking like it won't be one-sided though. Again, we do have better scaling and better team fighting for Kitten Grooming Service if they manage to get a couple items under their belt, and we are seeing the Fiddlesticks with the 2 items already. Orianna should be falling pretty close as well to Draven, who is built towards the Collector. Collector, I'm not sure how I feel about here with the Nautilus and the Volibear and the Aatrox. I don't know how much value you'll be getting from that. Especially considering that he's 1, 3, and 3. I would understand it if he was getting the collector at like 15 minutes, but it's almost 19 minutes now. Might be beyond the time to be building the collector. He will be getting value from the lethality though, so I can't complain too much. Going with the BM to the Volibear. Looks like we will be seeing some position fights over the dragon. Orianna will not quite manage to get that last Jin trap. But we're seeing both teams just playing chicken around the dragon. Whatever team loses chicken will give up the dragon advantage. Some very good trading here from Trio. Want to believe that is Dominic. But no one has done anything on drag. And with the clever lead, sees that probably nothing will be happening. What a great ult by the Volibear. Yes, and drops Herald mid, sees that there's nothing going to be happening around the drag, so is just trying to get some mid push going, try to crash the Herald into the turret. Aatrox flashing forward does not hit any of the sweet spots, but it shouldn't matter, they should just be able to kill here. Fiddlesticks does get some damage off, but he'll have to rocket belt away, use the stopwatch. He should just be dead here though, with that Nautilus. And get hit by the sweet spot. Gets hit by the sweet spot. This is very dangerous for Drake. He does manage to get the kill and the shutdown, which is huge, and will be able to get away here. Should probably buy expendables. We'll be able to buy that collector that I was talking so much trash about. But the dragon will go over to Janley animal control, and they are threatening inhib here at 21 minutes into the game, which is huge for them. They are early game comp, they want the snowball, they want to get ahead. And it looks like they will be taking it here, so 2 dragons and a mid inhib at 21 minutes is definitely something we want as the early composition. The Draven is pretty scary though, has 2 items, has almost 170 CS here, and is just significantly ahead in gold, over 3,000 gold ahead. Now that is balanced out by the 3,000 gold lead for the Aatrox in mid for Janley animal control, but Draven, once he hits 3 items, will be pretty scary, especially against the Jin, does not have items. Well played W there from Dan, but he might just die. Yon is a balanced champ for sure, gets hit, but nice flashing Gale Force there by JAC to get shut down and the kill. That'll help him in his gold deficit. Not much you can do though. Draven with that gold passive will just naturally get ahead of you in gold, especially once he gets a kill or 2. Just be able to snowball that. They should be able to keep him at length. The Nautilus and the Aatrox and Volibear will keep him away from the Jin. So Jin should be alright in team fights, especially now that he has an item in a bit. Working as well towards that collector now. Not awful, they're full squishies, but collector, when you're so behind, I don't love it. Good damage coming out from the Draven, but looks like Janley animal control will just disengage, maybe go for the Orianna here. Gets the stun, and they'll just leave. Should be looking to get bot push, mid push here. They might pretend to go for the Baron here, but they definitely cannot do it. The Volibear will manage to get out. He is going back in. It's very dangerous. His team is picking him away. He'll have to ult here to get out. He might still just die too. Yeah, that was very greedy. Unfortunate play. Easy comes out from the Volibear. Love to see the self-confidence. Question mark comes out from Dominic. This game has been very trash talky. Gold lead is down to only about 1.5, a little bit less, 1,000. Volibear says he got his money, so he is alright with giving back kill over, I suppose. Grabs the Frostfire, at least finishes that Zanya's, along with the Night Harvester, going to be doing a good amount of damage. This build, I think, does scale, I believe, a little bit worse than the Rocket Belt, just because of Night Harvester giving you CDR, it's called now, instead of the Rocket Belt giving you Magic Pen, which is extremely good into squishies. I'm not sure how much I agree with that build decision, but he is the Elise player, not me. I'd be interested to know what other people in the server think, though. So let's see if we can get some of that information if anyone is watching. Looks like no. Looks like Mason and Anne had
Shall transcend.
what's the word? Skin gamble? They're gambling for skins. Now, we here at Scrims don't frown greatly upon gambling. We do, however, find it hilarious. Don't do that at home. Also, don't do that Jarvan play at home. Lock your players into the Aatrox, classic meme, call an ambulance, but not for me, as he saves the Jhin from the 3-man engage. They'll probably just have to give up this Baron. If you're Janley Animal Control, you're probably very happy. You're only about 600 gold behind. You're grabbing the Baron here, which will be a huge gold lead. Your Aatrox has an incredible amount of gold, more than anyone in the game. Might be a little bit in trouble here. The Yone will get the 1000 gold shut down. So I said they were happy. I take it back. They are definitely not happy, especially with the Draven getting this gold and probably not dying Jacob as well. Yeah, so that's just worst case scenario for Janley Animal Control. Started at the Baron, got poked down, and gave away a couple shutdowns and a lot of gold. We might look back on that at the end of this game and consider that to be what spoiled the game for them. Draven will die here to the Elise, but she might just be dead. Not really anywhere from the go. 4 players. Fiddlesticks using the ult here just for BM. If they don't catch her here. Okay. Flash and ult used by Jarvan also gets the kill. Not the worst, not the best. You don't really want to use the flash there if you can avoid it, but they at least did manage to get out, so well played to Anne, delaying the kill enough to force the flash. Unfortunately, he will be dead for this 4th Dragon of the Lagoon, 2nd one over to Kitten Grooming service. That's something you definitely don't want to see if you're Janley Animal Control. A little bit unfortunate. Just playing into the team play and scaling comp, and they're getting such an objective. Or they're stalling the objectives out. You're not going to be able to get soul anytime soon. It'll be at least 10 more minutes, probably more if the game continues to progress as it has. With Kitten Grooming service looking probably favored for this game, just based on their gold lead. There's comp. Important to keep in mind though that the Aatrox is fed out of his mind. Does have the cleaver and the death dance. I think the cleaver here doesn't make much sense. I guess if you're worried about the Sunfire on Yone, that build is like 2 patches out of date though, and it's a Yone. You don't need that much armor pen against him, especially because he's going into, what a reminder, presumably full attack speed and or crit here. I think it would have been better to take Starix Gauge or something similar, just to bring more selectability, a little bit more defensive, so that you won't die. You'll still deal so much damage with that Eclipse. But we're seeing the Yone here, truly wanting the Elise and the Volibear, and just uses E to stall long enough for the Fiddlesticks to hit that nasty ult. Flash forward by the Yone, only to give the kill over to the Draven. More conversation happening with the Volibear. It's getting a little bit ugly. Might have to talk to the players. Down. Yone is playing aggressively into the Nautilus, just pulling them away from the Baron, which does go over to you very much. Appreciate that. Kill goes over to the Aatrox. That's huge. Big shutdown. Might be another item, but Kitten Grooming Service will back here after grabbing that Baron. A little bit of an overextension of the Yone. I don't think it'll matter in the end. They're multiple kills down, but they have the gold advantage. They have Baron buff. They should just be able to grab a couple of turrets here. The inhib has respawned for them. With the Baron buff, they'll be able to push. The Maul coming out for Aatrox, I love that. That's perfect. Exactly what I was envisioning. Some kind of lifeline item just to keep him alive longer. Survive some of that Orianna and Fiddlesticks damage, and some of that magic damage from Leon. Who I keep getting reminded is a hybrid champ, not just an AD champ. His Q, it's full AD, but I digress. Really hard for this team to clear Baron empowered minions. The Volibear passive doesn't do that much. Jhin is really good at single target damage, but not at clearing waves. Mason there trying to do a cheeky effigy impersonation. Doesn't work on Anne. Just gets the free damage onto him, forces him to grab the fruit. Jarvan flaming Joel finally completing the tier item at about 30 minutes. Game is stalling out a little bit here. Kitten Grooming Service will want to play it slow, play it safe, get some poke on the plates, let their Baron empowered minions do all the work for them instead of taking any risks, which is exactly what they should be doing, especially into the burst damage that is viable. They'll take the top 2, might be looking to push the top 2, 3 as well. Aggressive Q forward there by Stundo. They're content to just let the cannon minion here poke down the turret. Elise is split pushing here. Trades a turret, which is probably best case scenario for them. The ult by the Yone goes wide. That's a cooldown that will be down for the dragon. Could be impactful. Elise is still pushing here. Is in danger of being collapsed on. Does not seem to care very much though. We see the pings coming out from blue side, but Elise should be out in time unless the Orianna checks the bush, which she is not. She's just full wave. Fortunately though, that does mean that Dragon will spawn with Elise not being there, so this should just be a free drag for Kitten Grooming Service. As any Fiddlesticks player knows, you hate getting UW interrupted by the drag like that. Cooldown, channeling the ult here, flashes to try to get his range. Gets the drag. Jarvan is in trouble here, has to use a stopwatch. Volibear tunneling, gets him. I don't know if that's a target you should be looking for though. The fight just isn't going to go their way. Aatrox tries to flash forward to get some damage down, but he does just get killed by the Draven. He does see the collector value. I'm so sorry for blaming you for it. Triple kill for Aerith. This might just be game here. Clean 4-4-1, get the third drag. Your important damage dealers are still alive. Grabbing something from back here looks like. Will grab the Raptors away from Anne. Thornmail bot on the Volibear. I suppose he's building that for the Draven Fiddlesticks, although I don't know if you'll be able to get onto the Fiddlesticks on the Draven to apply that CC. This game seems pretty over. I don't want to count Janley Animal Control out, but 8,000 gold down. They're facing a slow point for Kitten Grooming Service. Their team cannot scale as well. Aatrox is falling off a little bit. Police has already fallen off. Volibear has fallen off probably about 10 minutes ago at this point. But they'll keep fighting. They're not going to give up. Maybe we can see some nasty wombo combos with the Nautilus into the Aatrox knockups. I wouldn't be holding my breath. It would be very cool to see. Good damage coming out from the Volibear there. Although, I think he just loses to the with Jin and Aatrox collapsing though, it's dangerous. He needs to get out here. Get out of the... yeah, we'll just catch the bot wave, let him get away. We can't really chase him. Jacob with the Watchful Wardstone purchase. Now, many of you probably aren't super familiar with that item. Only supports build it, and even supports almost never build it. But it basically allows you to place down an extra ward of each type, so you can have 2 control wards down and 4 stealth wards down at the same time. And it also allows you to store your control wards in that item so that they don't take up an inventory spot. The fully empowered version gives you some extra ability haste, which is nice, but not a make or break. The police has to flash out to get out here. Nautilus will try to get the knockup on the Draven, which they might be able to proc his GA here. Fiddlesticks has so much value. You also see the Orianna TP here. And the Draven does get 2, knock him down. This is probably just a game. Jin has to run away here. Just curious to see the mid is still about a 3,000 gold lead for the Aatrox. Jin just goes down there. That's logical for the Draven. Will not get the Penta because it will not go over to the but I don't believe he'll get there in time. Very aggressive there by the Volibear. Manages to get the solo kill. Pretty aggressive dive from Leon there. I don't know how much it was needed. He could have just backed off. Trash stuff coming out. I'm sorry, buddy. You misplayed there. You can't even blame that on the tower. Looks like they won't go for the end here. Just grab the Baron. Playing it really safe. The game is just over, guys. I think you can end it at this point. But just the huge, almost 8,000 gold lead alone for the Draven. A little bit of a, perhaps a champ gap here. Like they have maybe not, but just talking about items, how items do more damage than everything else in this game nowadays. We are going to see what could be the final fight of the game around this Dragon. Some CC lanes onto the Jarvan. He'll just get out. His health isn't really that important. He's here to get some CC down onto the enemy team. He doesn't mind if he dies doing it. He is expendable, as are very good ult here by Mason. Gets the pick onto the Elise, but Nautilus will probably do that as well. And I think this will just be game, barring the absolute miracle from the Aatrox here, which we will not see. And Dean's build it for me by messaging me, so you can assume that in less than 3 minutes time this game will be over, and it's about what we expected. Surrender vote tries to come out for the red team, it fails. Mason asked Anne about his build. I'm not sure how relevant this is. They should just be able to end here. Mason pointing out that his ult is already back on cooldown. Now, even though Janley Animal Control did manage to get the early kill lead, they weren't able to leverage that into turrets, or ultimately the objectives, and so their team just got outscaled, got out-fought. Not much you can do about it, except move on to the next game, look for a better draft. Try not to let it get to your end. this will be the end here. This should be the final push for the end. Draven is getting absolutely fed, manages to end the game with more kills than the Aatrox. After the Aatrox had, I think, 15 kills in 25 minutes, which is pretty impressive. And this will be the game. There it is, that's game 1. Alright, we will take a small break here. I need to rest my voice doing solo cast. And we'll be back for game 3 draft, or game 2 draft. We're not at game 3 yet. Alright, we're back in draft. Blue phase just about done. Janley Animal Control has decided to take blue side. We're seeing the Draven ban, the Viego ban, and the Xerath ban, so unless they first pick Poppy here, I'm assuming it'll be Joel in the top side. We do see the Seraphine first pick here for Jacob. Now he has been practicing that, I'm not sure if it'll go on him, or on someone else on his team, but he has acknowledged that it is a strong pick that does need to be practiced. Also just a good hate pick against Kitten Grooming Service. They have been playing Seraphine to great success during the season. Timer is running low here for Kitten Grooming Service. We see the Callista pick. Now that should be for Dean. Dean is a well-known Callista player in this server. Excited to see what he pairs it with. She has been seeing some priority in pro play. But hopefully we see Dean perform. Love to see them pair an aggressive engager support just to empower the Callista. Instead we'll see the Ziggs. Now Ziggs is a counter pick for some of the meta mid laners. I don't know how much I like seeing it picked blind here. It is one of Joel's more comfortable mids, so I guess that indicates that we will be seeing Joel continue to go mid here instead of flexing him top for that Poppy pick. That might be something Janley Animal Control has figured out just because Drago's playing. I'm not sure. I don't believe he plays mid. See the Jinx lock in, so it's either a Seraphine mid or Seraphine support. Either's good, either's fine. Doesn't pair that great with a Jinx, but Jinx scales. Seraphine is, well, our Sarah Queen, so pretty good, even if they don't synergize super well together. And the Kayn lock in for Anne. Now that's one of Anne's more comfortable picks. A lot of players more comfortable pick in this server. Interesting to see what we will have come out, perhaps as a jungle answer, support answer, assuming it is a Seraphine support. Just as a reminder, Udyr is not available this patch. He has just been updated and has not been picked. We saw the Poppy hover, but it will ultimately be the Gnar being locked in. Seems like that is a little bit of a priority pick. Got banned last game, gets picked this game. Might be something Drago is comfortable on. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to check what he's been playing. Alright, we see the Zillion band away. Zillion is, again, has been seeing a good amount of priority in pro play. Looks like Drago not played much in the past little bit. Has been playing a lot of Yon, also Zeri, Aatrox. I'm not seeing any Gnar here. So it could be Joel. It is Joel on the Gnar, so it looks like they didn't want to pick the Poppy. So it will most likely be Joel in the top lane, who does play Gnar, and Drago in mid lane. We will update the graphics for that if that does happen. Seeing the Elise hover again, this time by Mason, maybe trying to get to Anne with a little bit of mind play. Seeing a Leona ban, the Poppy is banned again. I'm not sure why you'd ban Poppy here. They already have Gnar. Have to assume that that's going into the top lane. The Rise hover here. And we eventually do see the Talia locked in. I'm assuming that's a Talia jungle. It'd be really interesting to see it be a Talia support flex. I'm hoping it's not that. It's not awful, but it's probably just better in jungle or in mid. See the Vex locked in. That's interesting. Suppose it's an answer to the Callista. I believe her passive movement does count as a dash, so you get a lot of procs for your passive on Vex there. And see what the last pick is here. Shen. Alright, so we have a pretty strong 5-man comp here by Janley. Animal Control have pretty good Zeri engage, Vex, and Shen follow up with the Kayn to knock out the backline, although he will probably be building red Kayn because my poor blue Kayn has been slaughtered recently. And Trundle. Okay, so this could be a Trundle support. Definitely something I would not put past Eric. Also a good answer to the Shen. Decent answer to red Kayn. Although red Kayn will have a target to ult. But we should be getting into game in a few minutes. See if I can get some insights here. Everyone is now leaving the lobby. Love that. Lobby has been cancelled. They'll remake one. Or also, hopefully, they will show us who is in what role so I can remake the assets once again. Overall, though, for this draft, definitely seeing more scaling coming out from Janley Animal Control. You have the Vex, you have the Seraphine, the Jinx as the Hyperscaler, late game insurance. A lot of engage from Kitten Grooming Service. You have Gnarl, Callisto with the alt, probably going to be alting the Trundle into their front line and or back line if they can manage to get to it. We have a little bit of a delay. Joel will be right back. So we will take a break here until Champ Select goes through. See you all in a few minutes.
No, no,
You're on stream. Do you want to say something to the stream?
uh, join scrimzone.co.
True. Link is in the description below.
We're waiting on Joel. Is I think why this is.
Yes, I heard. Can you give me some insight on who you think will be playing their top?
So yes, normally I feel like King Grooming Service, from what I've seen, has had fairly like straightforward drafts, but this series, it's been all over the place.
Yep, I definitely agree. I
Um,
was thinking it could be a Talia support flex pick, but I don't know how much sense that makes with the Callista. It's probably going to be
right,
Trundle.
right. It's just, I don't know. I feel like they're they're just flexing out a little bit with that.
A little bit. I saw the Elise hover there by Mason. How did Anne react to that? If you're willing to give some inside information.
Anne has been a bit quiet for a while, is all I will say. Like before then. But I feel like the rest of us are in high spirits, so I'm definitely feeling good about this game. Yeah.
Looking for a 3-game solo cast.
Oh yeah. It'll be fun because if it does reach Team 3, I believe that they're swapping out Drago for Michael.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah. All right. I'll let you get back to it.
Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you. Certainly will. Bye.
Bye. All right. Back to the break.
Your back.
Playtime's over. Once again, a woman's left unsatisfied.
We will fools.
Surprise.
Welcome.
What do we got?
Pretty interesting drafts from both sides. I'm trying to figure out why the highlight slideshow is not working.
I saw the draft last game and thought it was fucking crazy.
It was. There we go. All right. Finally got the slideshow working.
I mean,
So-
yeah, this draft is also crazy.
Yep.
Is Nalendar Drago?
Yeah, Nalinar is Draco.
Okay.
Looks like this is Dominic and Drago's first times on the champ, as well as Mason. Joel has a 1-3 record on the Ziggs and has a 7-5 record on the Kane. Seems like he's been doing pretty well. Stanley has a 2-2 record with a 3.0 KDA. It's pretty good. Jake had a not great game on the only Jinx game he's played, and he lost in. Dean, of course, with that 2-0 record, 7.2 KDA on the Callista, well known for that. Eric, very strong, almost 4.6 KDA in the 6 games that he has played Trundle, went even on them, and Jacob has never played Seraphine. As for the champ matchups, looks like Shen absolutely dumpstered Gnar in their one game, and other than that, there is literally no data to look at. That's exciting. It's the one time I actually managed to get all these assets in the right order, the right time, and the data cucks me, but it's okay. Should be getting into game in about 2.5 minutes here. John, are you here to co-cast with me?
Sure.
Lovely. Don't want to do a solo cast anymore, it hurts my voice.
No worries.
Alright. Who do you think won draft here? I'm curious.
I think that what team is that? Kitten Grooming Services has a
Right.
better team fight.
Sure, yeah.
But I think Jinx has potential to snowball really hard here. Because I think that the Janley Animal Control is really good at protecting that Jinx. And that is my analysis.
Wonderful. Amazing analysis, thank you. Glad to have you back.
Yeah, in terms of like teamfight execution, I mean, aside from, big Seraphine ults, Kitten Grooming Services definitely has like a sort of easier to execute. Gnar goes forward, Trundle goes forward, Callista Ziggs damage.
Yeah,
with
if they
its
can
ult.
time the Gnarl and the Callista ult with big objective spawning, it does seem like it should be pretty easy for them to execute. Just Gnarl everyone into a wall and then Callista ult the Trundle into them. In practice, I'm not sure how much practice they have. Pardon me,
Yeah.
the pun.
And I mean, like, the Trundle has a great subjugate target in Shen. He can always be really tanky.
Yeah, that's true. It does give. I'm assuming he'll be going Red Cane here, even though he will be playing into 4 ranged as long as Gnar is not in his angry form. Blue Cane has just been gutted so severely recently, especially with that first strike nerf.
Yeah, I mean, I also think just Red Cane in general is probably better this game.
Yeah,
Even with
you
4
definitely-
range.
You definitely want the 2 front lines with the Shen and the Red Cane. Ken isn't even that much of a front line, he's more of an engager and then peel for your team.
Yeah.
So, interesting to see how this game develops. Pretty sure Gnar lane is pretty hard for Shen. As a lane bully, he wants to get up and in your face, but Gnar can just kite him and auto him.
Right.
I'm not sure how Kayn versus Talia goes. As a Kayn main, I don't see much Talia's in the jungle ever since she has been moved basically to mid.
I would imagine Talia's pretty decent into Kayn. The field certainly impacts
the field
his
is
champion.
Definitely very good for it. That being said, I think Kayn, if Talia does not manage to snowball the game, will just be more impactful mid to late, especially as Red Kayn. Alright, we should be just about ready for the game to start. The laners are getting onto the rift, and we should be able to see the game now. Maybe. Stream is loading. There we go. Alright, so we're seeing everyone come onto the rift. Nothing out of the ordinary so far. We do see the Ziggs has bought a tier, Kalista has taken Cleanse, Jinx has taken Ghost. That's a little bit interesting.
I think Jinx with Ghost is okay here. Your Seraphine has heal. And you don't really need the you don't really need Ignite into Kalista Trundle, and presumably you aren't fighting them. You're gonna try and stay as far away from them as possible. So Exhaust doesn't do you much good. Ghost really helps with your kiting.
That's true. And
your ability to move around in team fights. I think it's certainly fair.
Looks like Anne was maybe typing there and cancelled what they were typing a couple times as Mason just blasted them with like 4 different casts of Q.
No, it was only one.
I think I saw 2. I definitely saw some
Nope.
autos.
It was one in an auto attack.
Yeah, that's possible.
It's just, you know, the one Q shoots like 8 projectiles because Talia.
I might have to rescind my good luck wish to Jacob because he is making Among Us references. Might be time to cancel him again. Both teams giving the bot leash. Both junglers will be pathing towards top. Makes sense. Jinx and Seraphine probably aren't looking to fight.
Shen was not paying attention there.
No,
Shen does not win this extended trade, I don't think.
He's not going for extended trades, I don't think. He just wants the grass procs, get the empowered Qs off, and then back away. I don't know. I don't think he should be stepping up here. He should be okay giving up a couple CS.
The Gnar with Fleet Footwork can just kind of poke.
That's very true. Although the Gnar has used his potion.
Right. Gnar also hits level 2 and is about to go Mega. Probably has stun. Stun goes wide.
The Shen won't hit level 2 here to be able to grab the E, so he'll just get away. As expected, Kalista and Trundle are just able to shove the wave in against the Seraphine and the Jinx.
I mean, you just can't step up to that. You'll take way too much damage.
Absolutely agree with you there.
Vex pushing Ziggs in doesn't really surprise me. At the very start of the game, she does have better wave clear than he does.
Yep. Alright, should be seeing a contest here on the Drake, and gets...
both move to Crab.
On the Crab, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, as they both move to Crab.
Although Anne is level 4.
Anne is actually a camp up, yeah. Anne still has a smite.
Got the perfect clear. I think he finished that 6 camp clear in
yeah,
12, which is very impressive.
Something like that.
Manages to take the Crab.
Ooh, Tron! Gnar in danger there. Shen might have been able to finish that kill if he had kept walking forward.
Definitely close. Not what I would expect to see from this lane, but he has a level advantage and a CS lead now, and he has the D shield, so our poke just won't be as effective, and he'll have that health regen going for him.
Vex running low on mana here in mid lane. Means that unfortunately she will take some more poke from Ziggs. She cannot shove him in as hard.
Looks like we will be
Talia walking mid now.
First time the laners are seeing any of the junglers.
Vex will just be able to walk away.
sizable CS lead here for Dean. It shouldn't matter that much unless he can leverage that extra CS gold into an early kill, and then it'll be pretty hard for the Jinx to play the game, at least until she gets a couple items under her belt.
Not able to, yeah, not able to stay just because he has fleet footwork. And the Doran's Blade means that he can heal up some.
Both top laners have TP. TP for the Ziggs, Ignite for the Vex. Not super surprised.
Nar going in, I'm not sure if he wins this.
I think he got hit by
the health he's at.
The Shen taunt.
Yeah, presumably. Gotta watch out for your big ol' hitbox as Mega Gnar.
I think if you're Shen, you're pretty happy with how this laning phase has gone so far.
Yeah, I'd definitely say so.
Nice route from Jacob Seraphine.
You're probably looking for a play very soon if you're that Shen. Trundle walking forwards.
Gets another route that pokes the Kalista down to half health. Now, Jacob doesn't have... I think this is
Oh, no. You can't go in on that. There's too many minions.
Yeah. A little bit greedy by... I think that's...
Oh!
Almost gets a solo kill.
Oh my gosh.
But Gnar has... 28.
Gnar's
down to about
gonna
25
stay because of how big this wave is.
If the Shen can get a flash taunt though, that's just a kill.
Gnar might go in with Mega and ult.
Vex ult is, or Vex flash is forced by the Talia gank.
Flash is forced. Shen just gonna back away from the Mega and level 6 Gnar. Not to mention a large wave. Oh, this should just be the death of Gnar here as Mega runs out.
To flash away, though.
Good W flash. Will save his life.
I believe it's his E that's the hop. I think his W is the hyper pass.
Or yeah, you're right.
He's staying though. This is very greedy. I'm not sure if I agree with this. Should just back, maybe TP to break the freeze. But
it's not even frozen, it's all under tower.
That's true.
There shouldn't be a freeze there. Yeah.
Yeah, so even
you absolutely did not need to stay.
I don't agree with staying here.
Yeah, it's very greedy. I mean, sure, your Talia's topside and the Kayn is left, but still.
It's dangerous for Jacob here. Manages to sidestep the pillar though, so he doesn't die.
Almost.
That was really close.
Yeah, almost.
Luckily for him, doesn't need to use any sums there, but it was very close.
Almost gets completely stuck behind that pillar. Vex returning to mid lane here. Wow.
Down.
Good EQ.
Should have autoed, I think. Missed the electrocute opportunity there. Jacob should back here. He's really low. Playing with fire by staying here.
Oh, Jinx did not get that cannon. Yeah. CS looking very even in mid lane. Bot lane, we're approaching about a 25 CS lead for the Kalista.
Nice chompers for the Jinx there. Manages to get
yeah.
There.
And top lane is about 10 in favor of Shen.
Kalista ult used.
Kalista ult. Kalista flash, Trundle flash, and Kalista ult all used there.
That's pretty big.
In exchange for a heal flash from Janley's Animal Control's bot lane. And that should give them some dragon prio here.
Talia. Kayn gets stunned.
Talia in danger. Kayn dashing in the E field's not exactly what you want to do.
But he should be fine. It should just be first dragon over to them. They are about 300 gold, 200 gold down. Just because of that CS difference in bot. Otherwise...
Of course, it's not the end of the world, though. 200 gold doesn't really mean much right now.
Although the 2 plates in mid is leading to an about 400 gold lead for the Ziggs as well.
That part does make a little bit of a difference. Overall, though, 200 gold. Not going to be a big deal. As, yeah, gold is now back to even.
Shen is level 6 though, so... Or,
yeah, we do have to watch out for the stand together. coming out.
I think it's Stand United?
Stand United, you're
Yeah.
right.
But I would never remembered that if you hadn't said that, so.
Yeah, it's Stand United.
Very aggressive jump here for the Gnar.
Gnar.
But Kane is there,
comes
so he
Kane.
won't be able to follow up. Does have Mega Gnar now, though.
I would guess that Kane just uses Umbral Trespass here, and Gnar should just be dead. They're probably just going to wait out this Mega Gnar.
Gnar does manage to get the CS.
On hits,
CC.
Umbral Trespass comes out. Gnar hops a little too early.
His Gnar ult is on
which lets
cooldown.
Kane
That's
follow
so
him.
unfortunate for him. I was wondering why he wasn't using it.
And First Blood will finally, at 10 minutes, go to Janley Animal Control.
The Zigzag just barely
Mega
clips
Inferno
the
Bomb
Kane
catching
there.
the very side of Kane. Talia will walk top. This is probably a dead... Oh!
Nice rotation by Stanley on
Shadow
the
Surge used and will kill... Will kill Talia. Ziggs is now rotated top.
Ours also walking top. Not sure if I agree with that. Yeah, there he goes. He's walking.
There he goes. He's walking to mid.
Nice chomper.
Toronto
hit
on the
there.
chompers. Chunk down to half.
Seraphine does have ult. Has been holding on to it, and there it is. That should be a dead Trundle. Callista ult comes out. Jinx
It's
still
call
has ult
used.
though. Trundle goes back in. That's
Or
very
goes forward.
aggressive.
Subjugate used. And I
Once used by
think
the
Seraphine
Callisto.
just dies.
Yep.
Standing used in top lane. Ulting on top of Vex. Nard just gets blown up, and Ziggs is forced to walk away.
After about 10 minutes of nothing happening, we're seeing a lot more
Reaver's
action
well
now.
used in bot lane.
Nice
Jinx
sidestep
caught
by
outside
Jake
of her
there.
tower.
Nice flash.
Will
Really well
flash over the
played. That'll
wall.
just kill the Trundle. Wow, that was
And Trundle
So
will go
clean.
down.
really well played by Jake on the Jinx there. Alright. People should be backing, going on some resets. So we should be getting a little bit of time without constant fighting. At least until Dragon spawns. I might be playing for Herald soon too. That kill does decrease Dean's lead in bot a little bit. It's about 500 gold now. Ziggs just goes down. 4 assists for the Shen. Love to see it. And the solo kill for Stanley on the Vex.
Dinosaurs used, yeah.
Might just die though. No, he'll get away.
Will just barely get away.
Oh,
As
alright, and is just
Flash
taking over
from-
this game on the Kane.
flash from the Kane. This is actually a blue Kane. It looks like. Lethality.
Again, Red Kane does build Eclipse now, so I'm not super sure. But
Does Red Kane
could be
still build
Prowler.
Muramana?
You can. It's not
Okay.
the go-to build.
We don't
but
know
you
them.
can.
We don't know them.
It does
Yeah, I
look-
know it flips it with the skin. I know he's still centrist, but I just looked at the itemization and saw with the boots and the Muramana lethality, I was thinking that maybe it might be a blue Kane.
It does seem like it, because he does have 2 longswords on top of the Dirk, so that would probably go into a Warhammer, and that's probably going to be a Prowler's Claw.
Well, Eclipse does have 2 additional longswords as part of it.
That's true, he might not have had enough gold for the Vamp Scepter. Guess we'll find out when he backs. Should be going for another gank here on the Gnar. He might have just
Really
recognized...
trying to bully Gnar here.
Yeah, might have just recognized that it's going to be really hard for him to get red form here. Just has to repeatedly hit the Trundle. So he might just go blue to get the form as early as possible.
Yeah, that's possible.
I'm not sure what's
What
going on there.
is going on here? I'm a little confused by that one, but it
Yeah, me too.
Should work
that was
out.
very strange pathing by the
Umbral
King.
Trespass is up, it looks like.
Yeah, so they could go for a tower.
Most likely they go for a
reset.
dive here. Yeah.
Gets the heal.
Yep,
That'll
there's
just
the
be a
Umbral
kill.
Trespass. And
Very well
Gnar will
played. A
just
little
go
bit
down.
close, but
4 platings taken in top lane for Shen.
is the dragon
Um,
going over to the Talia though? Although it is their only first dragon of the game, so it shouldn't be too significant. Shen letting
is-
power kill some
yeah.
minions here.
Yep. Overall, very well played. Kitten Grooming Services will pick up that dragon. And Talia will walk into the jungle and take the red buff.
Kane just pinged that his darkened form is about 123 away, so it looks like he will actually be going for the red form.
Yeah. Zig's not able to get out of this one, it looks like. The Ignite will come down, and
I'll just die.
Vex has just picked up another kill. Shadow Surge.
This is looking like the opposite of last game. Last
Very
game,
well
Kitten
used.
Grooming Service had stronger scaling and got the lead early. Here it looks like Janley Animal Control, with the better late team fighting, is also getting the lead.
Yeah. Janley Animal Control about 3,000 gold up here at the 15-minute mark. There's about a 40 CS lead for the Kalista down in bot lane. That Gnarl will not connect with the wall, and I think Gnarl will just lose this fight.
Yeah, it's on fire.
Fighting really far down.
Might just die here, yep. That's
Shen will just, or not Shen. Shen will, yeah, Shen will just pick up the kill. Gnarl will just die. I don't even think Talia can confirm the kill here.
Is he emoting?
He is emoting.
I guess he just thinks he can't get out.
I don't
very
know.
Strange game so far. We saw the Kane walk into turret. We saw the Shen just kind of accept his fate. He had flash in a little bit. I think he could have delayed.
I think he certainly could have gotten out. I think his E would have come up shortly as well. Could have E'd away.
Kane will be walking to the turret to
He could at least force Talia to use some summoners probably to get that killed. Pillar will connect. Encore used.
Cleanse
Hits
goes through.
Cleanse comes out. Fate's Call used. Subjugate used on Jinx. And Jinx will just burn there. Kalista throwing in a few more autos.
Now and is here. They don't have any.
Kane is here with Darkened Form. Walking forwards. Umbral Trespass is available. Kalista should just die. Oh, but Talia's down here.
She should just die.
Pillar does not quite connect.
Shenal comes through, so he
together
die,
comes down, and wow, that Ren did a lot of damage.
I think he held on to the Umbral Trespass.
Surge connects. Vex has gotten a reset. Second shot does not connect, but Talia will go down. This is a really strong Vex.
He is very far ahead. Gets a triple kill, puts her even farther ahead. That's almost 1,000 gold lead for the Vex now. Just off of the back of those 3 kills.
I mean, Vex
is split pushing top here.
If not much, slightly ahead. Oh, not anymore. As I say that, it flips. But Vex with very good CS and 6 kills on top of it. This is a really strong. Wow, that was an interesting animation cancel.
Yeah, well played by him. Unfortunately, tries to walk around the chompers and just kind of walks next to the Jinx for a little bit.
Kane will hunt down Ziggs up here. Both will use Flash, and Ziggs will just take the Blast Plant away.
Shen will be out.
I don't know if Shen gets out of this one.
He'll have the dash soon. Although the
Kalista gets the spear dash over the wall, but Shen will be able to just walk away. Trundle slow's not enough to keep Shen there.
Should just be bot turret going over to get Grooming Service.
Yep.
I will say their macro this game has been pretty good, even though they're behind. And they've
Tier
been
1
getting
will
caught
fall
out.
here.
They've been managing to rotate really well to get plates.
Gnar actually 30 CS down to the Shen. The point of interest, about a 40 CS lead for the Kalista. And about a 20 CS lead for Talia in the jungle. However, Talia will just get one shot.
Oh my god.
So the Encore lands. Shadow Surge used. Shadow Surge second cast also connects. If this Trundle dies, it'll be a third cast. Third Shadow Surge connects on the Ballista.
I do want to
And
point
this
out
Vex is hitting reset after reset.
A combo we haven't pointed out is Umbral Trespass into Shen ult. Shen gets a guaranteed taunt because he will come out literally inside of you.
That is true.
Flash forward.
Two Gnarl into the wall.
Might be able to get two here. Nope. It's
will not be able to make
by the
two.
W. But they will just take their second JAC of the game here. Hextech Drake is just very good overall. It's even better on Jinx, who got pretty close to dying there. But she wants that attack speed. Kane wants the ability haste, as do most people on this team.
Yeah, the Soul really strong on both teams with the amount of range that they both have.
Shen might be
Shen most likely falling here. Fate's Call used, but will miss.
3-man knockup by the
Kane. Get the bush. 3-man knockup. Mega Inferno bomb.
So that was pretty ambitious.
Lands. And we, as Weaver's Wall puts Talia behind the two members of Janley Animal Control.
They'll pick up with a 2
in a clean skirmish. Yep. Shadow Surge will not connect.
They'll be looking for the Baron here. The Gnar will be there in time. Kane is dead for about 20 seconds.
Well, the big issue right now is that Vex, one of your strongest members, does not have her ultimate right now. Shadow Surge is still on cooldown.
The Ziggs is also very low.
Super Mega Death Rocket will also go wide. Encore also goes wide.
Yeah, excellent movement here from Grooming Service. The Trundle has, I think...
Trundle will just barely walk away there with less than 100 HP. Talia will take more camps away from this Kane.
Does get out with the
Talia will manage to get out. Kane falling.
Talia can just CC him. Okay, he went the other way. So, overall, I think that was a pretty good call by Kitten Grooming Service. They got a couple shutdowns. They got some...
Gnar now caught out in top lane.
I think it's the Kane who's caught out, to be fair.
Kane taking a lot of damage. Does still have Umbral Trespass up, though. I can't imagine he dies here. He can heal a lot. Shadow Surge used. Talia not quite dead. Stand United used on Shen, as Seraphine just gets bullied by the KGS bot lane. Ultimately, a two for one. Pretty good trade.
Yeah, even though
as they
animal control
can turn it into a Baron with Talia being dead. Shen will commit TP towards the bot lane to answer Ziggs.
Kalista and Trundle are here though. This is a little bit risky.
Fate's Call coming down. Will connect on the Kane. He should just die. Vex has no Shadow Surge and no Fear up. She will also go down.
Has a lot of health
Jinx
here, but
damage
if
is
goes
just
down, that'll be a lot of damage. That's just a kill.
Wow. Good zapper.
Really well played by JAC here. It would have been a lot easier for them if Shen had not TP'd bot.
2 kills onto the Jinx there means that this Jinx is actually getting pretty strong now.
Yeah, it should be 3 items. Or, not 3 items. 2 items for the Jinx once she backs.
That helped
midway first.
Helped catch her up a little bit to the Kalista.
Looks like Kalista is about 1100 gold ahead.
That is more than 1100. That is 2100.
You're right. It's been a long day. About a 400 gold lead for the Ziggs, surprisingly. He's just been doing a lot of work on the turrets. Yeah,
it's a lot. It's coming mostly from towers, and I suppose CS at this point, as Ziggs has been spending a lot of time in the side lanes. Kane, however, with a almost 2,000 gold lead up on Talia there. And Shen also with about a 2,000.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
gold is
I mean, though. The closest lane here is surprisingly mid lane.
It's crazy that gold is even with such a big kill advantage for Janley Animal Control, which is what we saw last game.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly just coming from the fact that Mega Inferno Bomb will land, but Kane will not die, flash committed.
Luden's built for these Ziggs there instead of land.
Yeah, it's mostly just coming from the fact that this Vex should be so far ahead, but because Ziggs has been playing for side lanes and collecting towers, Ziggs has been able to stay relatively close to her in CS and even come out ahead right now.
Nice pick onto the Gnar there.
Gnar just a little overextended in the side lane.
Yep.
Does get
Drag
caught
is up
out.
in about 30 seconds. Gnar will not be alive for it, but he will have TP a couple seconds after it spawns.
There are a couple good flank TP rewards actually for this Gnar to take.
Yeah, there's one really far away. This one I think will go away though. They missed the vision plant. It will not go away. He does still have a ward there.
Kane will just jump into the pit, taking a lot of damage. Stand United comes out onto Kane, but he gets CC'd.
He got the
Umbral Trespass off.
He'll die here though.
The Inferno Bomb will land, and Kane will go down.
Seems like some miscommunication there by Janley Animal.
Janley Animal Control, now without a jungler. As Vex will not be able to make the Shadow Surge happen. She will go down.
3-man
Encore does land.
Jinx gets the reset.
Jinx
She
is
does have
excited.
range here. Ooh,
Talia
but
range
Jinx
will be enough
autoed
to
the
take her out.
vision plan.
Seraphine flashing away.
Jinx was trying
And
to...
another dragon picked up for Kitten Grooming Services.
That could have been so good for Janley Animal Control if Jinx was able to get those resets and keep going. Unfortunately, she autoed the Scryer's Bloom, and that just killed all of her momentum. That could have been game deciding there. If Janley Animal Control won that, that would have put them at soul point.
A 4 for 2 ultimately in that fight. Not the best execution we've seen out of Janley Animal Control there. As there is now about a 2k gold lead in favor of Kitten Grooming Services.
It is pretty representative of how the series has gone, though. Janley Animal Control, always the aggressor, always with the kill lead, but Kitten Grooming Service just manages to out-macro, out-tempo, keeps the objectives close, and gets all these turrets, and is able to keep the lead close or in their favor, which is very
Is there a reason we have the camera in the bottom right corner of the map?
No, there is not.
Gnar caught out once again in the side lane. Will just fall.
Jinx is working towards that rapid fire cannon. Banshesville popped on the Talia, but I don't think anything will be happening.
Rapid fire cannon definitely a good purchase here. There's a lot of range on both teams, but it's important to, you know, it's good to help deal with that for the Jinx.
She is almost 50 CS down. I think she would have already had that item. Oh my god, the damage she got from the Ziggs.
No encore this fight.
That's
Shadow Surge used. No reset yet. Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. Does not hit anyone.
Ziggs has to flash to get out. A lot of members on Kitten Grooming Service are very low, but so are a lot of the members on Janley Animal Control. The Jinx will not be able to do much
will
here.
land, but Shen in there alone. Vex actually gets knocked over the Weaver's wall.
Talia,
and should just die to Callista here.
Yeah, Talia dies to the Vex there.
That's true.
They're starting up the Baron. This is really risky.
Not a lot of health to work with, but that Trundle did use Subjugate on Shen, I believe, and still has some of those tank stats left over.
Jinx is really out of position here. I think she just dies.
Jinx should just die here. She should not be able to walk away.
There's the kill.
Maybe a little bit too greedy here.
A little bit.
Should have just reset.
Looks like Jacob will just be giving.
Trundle now has lost most of the tank stats that he had.
He dies. He's dead.
Will die to the Baron. Gnar is plenty tanky though. We'll be able to tank it while
Janley Animal Control is just not in the same zip code. Looks like they'll just be giving it over.
Yeah.
Red secures it. Kane will grab some of the camps on red side, try to deny them some gold, but game is falling apart a tiny bit for Janley Animal Control here.
Oh, Kane going in on Talia here. Should just be able to take her out.
Kill. That could be significant.
Will now begin fighting Callista as this red
ult.
Kane does a lot of damage.
Super well played by Anne.
No shield bow up yet.
Great awareness. Great awareness
Callista
of where everyone would be.
Yeah, Callista just gets popped for not having shield bow there.
That was some extremely good timing for him. The shield bow just came up now.
Yeah. Nard just absolutely cannot fight this Shen anymore. Wow, Gnarl gets cancelled by Vexsphere.
That flash was a little bit unnecessary, I think, for the Shen. Ah, says it was a misclick. Drago complaining about all the
I mean, you know what? If you're up that far away from your whole team, and yeah, you know, Janley Animal Control didn't even have to commit any ults there. Might as well secure the kill, you know?
Shen coming to the, Dominic coming to the defense of Drago here after their beef from the last match. Love to see it.
They are friends with each other. I do know that much.
Okay, so it was fake beef. Good to know. Good to know.
Kane with the finished Muramana means that he just puts out a lot of damage, even for a red Kane.
Yeah,
I meant Kane. I don't know.
I think he said Kane. Definitely. I love this build. It gives you so much damage, so much survivability. Gore Drinker has been nerfed a lot recently. It doesn't give you as much healing as it used to do.
Yeah, I mean, of course Eclipse is just, you know, the mythic to go right now, but in terms of the Muramana, it's just...
Yeah, that's usually what I do on Red Kane if I'm ahead. You just get so much damage, and you still have all that survivability with your ult.
Very caught out, just gets absolutely deleted there in mid.
That might be the drag.
KGS just trying to rush the dragon down.
It's pretty
Vex
ambitious
Shadow
call.
Surging forward. Encore
gets
connects
hit by
on
the
Talia.
Encore.
Fate's Call used. Cleanse comes down from Callista. They'll try to walk away. Taunt goes out, and Callista gets blown up.
Yeah,
Two-man knock-up from Kane, and
excellent team fight.
that's a 4-for-0 on the side, and the dragon secured for the side
And
of
Shen
Janley
has
Animal
the TP
Control.
to stop the split push. That's just perfect for Janley Animal Control. I don't think it could have gone any better for them. They'll just be able to take mid wave here, push it into the turret, and they can get mid tier 2, which is great for map control. Nar can't do anything.
In just tanking tower.
Looks like he's building towards the death stance here, which would make him even harder to kill.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense here. Callista, Trundle, and Gnar damage. Mega
does,
Inferno Bomb
although-
connects on the Jinx. Half health her immediately.
Nar just
Oh my
pops
gosh.
instantly. If I was Kane,
Nar
I
is
would consider maybe building a Maw
back in
instead of
base.
Death Stance. There's a lot of magic damage, especially from the Ziggs. Granted, you do have the Talia and the Gnar who do
Janley
physical
Animal
damage.
Control does have to be careful here. The Weaver's Wall is still available for Talia, and there's the potential for her to cut someone off here. She will head top towards the Shen.
Gets the stun onto the Shen, gets the repeat stun. Nope, does not stun again. But the Callista is here. Blue Smite goes down. Callista is trying to get to him. This
Shen
looks
should
like it'll
just
just
go
be a
down
kill.
here.
Yeah.
And it is gifted over to Talia.
By the
As,
Shen blocker.
Shen W, yeah.
Yep.
As all of Callista's auto attacks are blocked.
It's a pretty satisfying sound. Shink, shink, shink.
Callista with a lot of attack speed now.
Definitely. I'm curious how much she has, actually. I would remember how to do
I think not having a Rage Blade is interesting on Callista. I think that's pretty solid item on her.
The Bloodthirster is really good, though. That's what she's going towards now. Wits End makes
Correct me if I'm
sense
wrong.
for the
Yeah.
Vex and the Seraphine.
It's interesting. I'm used to seeing Rage Blade being a very core item on Callista. Gnar will just be able to walk away
She
here.
might decide to just go Infinity Edge, to be honest. She doesn't need any more attack speed. Obviously, the Ginsu does let you double stack spears every third auto, but she might just be going for pure damage.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
Curious how much
Seraphine healing is definitely coming online now.
1612 from the Moonstone. But
Vex with the Death Cap, End Pocket, and Blighting Jewel as well means that this Vex was already, but is now putting out some serious damage. Banshee's Veil popped off of Talia here.
I think we'll be seeing a fight around Baron.
As
when it
Gnar is
spawns.
once again split pushing.
To be fair, there's not much he can do. He's level 15. He's being
Yeah.
out-leveled by basically everyone in the game except for the supports.
Yeah, I mean,
Speaking of the support,
We'll jump
might
forward.
just get a solo kill here.
Alt Seraphine into a wall.
That'll be a dead
Kane going
Ziggs.
forwards. Umbral Trespass used on Ziggs. It's absolutely popped. Encore and heal used for Seraphine. She will still die. That's
Kane
a lot of
is
spears in that
very
Kane.
extended here. The Chenault comes out.
And United will save him. Shadow Surge connects onto Talia. She will just get absolutely one shot.
This
that's
so
a lot of
strong.
spears in Shen. Shadow Surge used again. Connects on Trundle.
Healing coming out from the Eclipse. Manages to keep
Third
Kane
Shadow
alive.
Surge connects. And Vex, once again, hitting her resets.
Although Nard did get 2 turrets here. Might just have to give it over to the Baron, though. He'll go for Inhib. That's a really good play. None of them are coming. He might as well.
Yeah, Janley Animal Control will trade Baron for an inhibitor. Ultimately, I don't think that's a terrible trade.
Yeah, it's about even in terms of the expected value that you'll get. Kane is very low here. He needs to be careful, but he gets
another fight should break out within the next 50 seconds as everyone goes for Dragon. Nard
he
will
waited
just
for the
TP
taunt to
away.
come out. Oh, but the taunt
my
came
gosh.
back off cooldown. That's so
The taunt
sad.
came off cooldown.
I love the attempt. That was really
and Nard
ballsy.
will not be able to get away. Should just go down here. There's not a whole lot he can do.
Depends. He gets the movement
Oh
speed
my
from
gosh.
his W passive. He gets the slow on the Q.
He will get away.
Yeah. Red buff being gifted over to the Jinx here makes perfect sense. She's starting to do a lot of damage.
Bloodthirsts are completed for this Callista. She's now up to 4 items. Looks like GA is probably going to be her last item here with the cloth armor and pocket.
Jinx completes the Infinity Edge, so she's going to be doing so much
Jinx,
damage
yeah,
now.
Jinx also at 4 items. Stand United used to save the Vex.
Encore with.
Callista gets taunted. Cleanse comes out immediately, but it doesn't even matter. Shadow Surge connects and
Shadow
Callista
Surge
just
is blocked by
explodes.
the Banshee's Veil, I believe.
Callista just explodes regardless.
Jinx
as
does so
Jinx
much
now
damage, yeah.
absolutely tearing
Jinx
through
is
their
scaled.
team.
Jinx is here, and I heckin' love Jinx from Arcane. Just wanted to say it.
I think this might be the end of the game here, as Nar will get blown up before he can even press R.
That's GG. So we're going to game 3.
The inhibitor respawns.
Look at that Jinx attack speed. Oh my.
And they finish before the inhibitor completely respawns. So
3.5 attack speed just off of her passive.
jeez, man.
Crazy. Alright, we're going to be taking a short break. We'll be back when draft starts in a few minutes.
Let's see. I think picking Viego this early is an interesting play. I don't know if it's necessarily what I would pick, but I suppose it's comfort for Anne, and his cane was banned, so... Or their cane was banned, so... Seraphine Ash on the side of KJS makes sense. They're well known for these picks. Presumably that will be a farming Seraphine and a support Ash in the style that they prefer. Vi locked in. Mason proficient on the Vi. Certainly not a bad pick here. Probably pretty good into Viego too, I would assume.
Alright, I'm back. Thank you for covering for me.
Yeah.
Had to rescue a spider hanging from my doorway.
I know.
Jin locked in. Now the Jin didn't go
Yeah.
very well for them last
Well,
game.
I mean,
or in game 1.
Sure, I think a Jin lock-in is perfectly fine here.
Yeah,
they haven't really shown too many. Yeah, they haven't shown too many tanks, and I think it does okay into the Seraphine Ash lane as well.
Definitely like the Soraka Viego. Gonna be nigh unkillable. Grievous Wounds is not really worth anything except for on enchanters, so you might be seeing it on the Seraphine. Ziggs ban coming out. I did want to point out, last game we only saw one ban in the first ban phase going against Joel. This time we see both the Poppy and the Xerath banned away.
Presumably... the Ziggs in round 2. Really just trying to disrupt Joel's comfort picks.
Yep, and they also banned
Kill banned for Michael, I would assume.
Definitely makes sense.
He is definitely a kill player.
So just looking to make sure, I think they know that with Michael in, it's much easier for them to flex Joel top, so they would rather ban both the Poppy and the Xerath, whereas last game with Drago in, they did not ban, I believe, the Poppy in the first rotation. But interesting to see what they pull out here. We see
Vex was left open.
Blind Vex though.
Janley, yeah, but Janley animal control picking up the Vex that was such a problem last game.
So a reminder for anyone who's just joining us, this is Game 3, the deciding game of the series. Kitten Grooming Service won the first game on blue side, Janley Animal Control won the second game on blue side. We're seeing the TF locked in. I don't think I've seen a single TF game this entire season.
TF is certainly an interesting pick here. I mean...
I don't know how I feel about it. They definitely need a front line and some AD, maybe, from their top pick here.
I mean, their team comp is looking like it's probably just a funnel bot lane kind of comp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
It's absolutely just a funnel bot lane comp.
For sure.
I mean...
Maybe they're feeling really spicy and they're going to build, like, crit Sejuani, but I doubt it.
Pretty much all there is to it. Now, given if your Seraphine goes down, all of a sudden you have a lot of problems.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely worried about late game damage output from this comp. Early game they have so much CC that should be pretty okay for them to pilot. Cho'Gath comes out, and it looks like Janley Animal Control is just going for full scaling here.
Yeah, I think Cho'Gath is a good pick for them. You know, it's a strong tank first of all, but it can help you get towards that Ash and Seraphine, and it takes probably more than one person's worth of CC to really lock down and keep off the back line.
Alright, we will be getting into game soon.
I'll say the Jin does look pretty good here. Not too many tanks for him to worry about.
I do think it'll be a little bit hard for him to play the game with the TF and the Vi and the Sejuani.
Yeah, there is that to worry about. It's just the sheer amount of CC this game is really high. I think I'd like to see this Jhin take either Ghost or Cleanse. Probably leaning towards Cleanse on that one. But I think he does need just either the mobility or the ability to remove some of the CC this game.
Alright, I will stream the League of Legends for you now. They seem to be ready to get into the draft, so I'll be able to put in the champions in the correct order. I think I love the Viego pick here, honestly, with the Seraphine, or not with the Seraphine, with the Soraka. Is a lot of easy reset targets. The Seraphine, the Ashe, the TF have pretty low mobility.
Yeah, the Viego turns out to be okay. I thought it was interesting to have picked it that early into the draft, but ultimately I think it worked out okay for them.
Alright, should be able to get the assets for everyone so we can look at some champ matchups. Alright, should be waiting stronger. So looks like Sejuani against Cho'Gath has never happened. Viego is pretty far ahead. 3 wins to 1 against the Vi, no Vex against Twisted Fate data, no Seraphine against Jhin data, and no Ashe against Soraka data. So we're seeing a lot of unique matchups here. A lot of unique picks. Probably haven't been that many Cho'Gath games. Ashe
Healy is known for his Cho'Gath to pick up. Or maybe it's not Healy. No, it's Cam. I think it's Cam, yeah. Cam is known to play Cho'Gath from time to time and be a menace, if I'm not mistaken.
Looks like a lot of players are on pretty good comfort picks. Joel, not the biggest fan of the TF. He's 1-5 with a 1.8 KD, but Mason is 10-6 on the Vi, 3.8 KD.
Yeah. No, Joel also was pulling 3 bans this game.
That's true. Definitely did his part. Now he'll just have to hope his bot lane can do theirs. Jacob is undefeated on the Soraka, 3.8 KD with a 3-0 win-loss record.
Yeah.
And Stanley very, very comfortable on the Vex. After that last game, I believe he's now 5-1 with a 5.55 KDA, which is extremely impressive.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting to see that Vex made it through pick and ban. I think it was a really big problem last game.
Yeah, I definitely think they should have banned it over the Zillion. I'm not sure why, but we've seen a Zillion ban every game this series, I believe.
I mean, he does play Zillion, but still, I mean, I think that Vex is just so strong. He's piloting it very well.
Definitely is. It's a little bit harder for him to get value without a Kalista. The TF is pretty stationary, but he will get it off the Vi and the Sejuani. The value on his passive. Janley Animal Control has banned SWGWO. I have no idea what that means. Whereas we see
Nar.
exactly Nars.
Nar Shen.
Yep. By Kitten Grooming Service. looks like we're about 3 minutes away from the game starting. Last pick should be locked in here. Then we have to wait for spectator delay, of course. Oh, and when I read out all of those matchups, I was incorrect. Those were not champion matchups. Those are player matchups. And these are
a lot of these
past performances.
Yeah, a lot of these players don't often play into each other.
This makes a lot more sense. Michael with the infinite KD on the Sejuani with 1 win.
Yeah, a lot of these players are newer to the server.
Oh, and it's not Dean on the Seraphine, it's the Ashe. I don't care. I'm not changing it.
Interesting.
Eventually I'll get that right. Maybe. No promises.
It is still farming Seraphine, though.
Yes, it is. It's just they swapped roles.
Interesting.
Which they
I suppose Olaf is or Eric is a bit more proficient. It feels more confident on the Seraphine than Dean does.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so in in Eric's 3 Seraphine games, they seem to have they've won 2 out of 3. They lost 1 against Silicats, easy peasy, won 1 against Silicats, and won 1 against Kathy's Kittens. Had pretty good performances. He played it support once, but he's played it farming twice. It was 5-7 and 18 once, and 4-1 and 9 the other time. The game where they lost was where Silico absolutely popped off on Samira in our first series against them, and you had your classic Lilia performance. The game that they won was the game that Mason popped off on Wukong and bodied us. Now, how about Dean? Curious how many Ashe games he's played. 4 of them. He has 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, I'm looking incorrectly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dean is undefeated on Ashe. Looks like all of those games were him playing ADC Ashe.
But
it still means that he's very comfortable in the champ. Has performed well in all those games. Was not a detriment in any one of them. Consistently above a 2.0 KDA. Looks like in many of them he's been above 3 or even 4. So something to keep in mind, something to keep track of. If you let Seraphine get through, don't let Ashe get through because you're just giving them exactly what they want.
I mean, I think we know it's just better to take Seraphine out of the equation.
Yep, I definitely agree with you there. About 30 seconds, not minutes. I've done that too many times. Seconds away from getting into the game here. I'm gonna turn the music back on because it's been off for a while.
It doesn't have to be on during the games, just like during the downtime.
Yeah, I know, but I like it to be on in the background.
Fair enough.
Alright, we should be getting into game in about 10-ish seconds here, depending on how long it takes for the client to load. Riot, we love your client. Please give us a sponsorship. Thank you. I love when I load into a spectator game and it's frozen on a black screen for like 5 seconds.
Supposed to fit with Ghost.
And Electrocute. definitely interesting.
The electrocute happens sometimes. The ghost is an interesting one.
I would think if he took ghost, he'd be going spellbook, but
Jin did take cleanse. That's sort of expected.
Definitely makes sense. We're seeing the TP on the Seraphine, heal on the Ashe, heal on the Soraka, ignite and TP on Sedge, but I believe that's pretty normal. I don't know if the spellbook is super normal though. Should be getting into game in a little bit here. It doesn't take too long to load. Love it when it gets frozen like this. There we go. Alright, and we are in game. With both teams about to get on the Rift. And there we go. Alright, interesting double tier start from Kitten Grooming service here. One on Sejuani, one on this Seraphine. Cho'Gath
Yeah,
has
I
not
mean,
bought anything yet.
Into the early lane, I mean, Sejuani versus Cho'Gath, I mean, not necessarily the most interesting one. Here on Seraphine is a little bit more interesting, but Seraphine in general, when farming, has pretty good wave clear.
That's true. Probably also assuming that with the Soraka on the other side, there probably won't be that much kill pressure on her. Maybe some poke, but she'll be safe.
Right.
Interestingly, Ashe has Hail of Blades here and not Comet, which Comet
Yeah,
is...
Hail of Blades Ashe support is actually pretty viable now. I'm not quite sure why. I know there's a reason for it, but I couldn't tell you exactly what that reason is.
I guess you can very quickly stack your support item stacks with it, but I don't know if that's...
I know there's a reason for it. I've been seeing it somewhat frequently.
Alright, TF should get just a natural gold lead because of his passive here as long as he stays about even in CS. Again, both junglers getting leashes bot, which is about what we'd expect. Bot lane is looking to scale on both sides. Probably won't have very much kill pressure. Not that much CC, just some slows. But Sejuani and Cho'Gath has the potential to be a pretty explosive matchup. Dean playing pretty far up, trying to get some poke.
It helps with your chase because you apply the slows more frequently, and it also gives you access to the Ultimate Hunter rune.
Makes sense. Although I think pretty often if you do go Comet, you'll go Domination second, just for the... You get Sudden Impact or Cheap Shot. Or not Sudden Impact, sorry, Cheap Shot and Ultimate Hunter. By getting the gank here, this might be a kill because of the Ignite on the Sedge. Gets the slow off and this should just be a dead shot.
Yeah, 3 camp here from Vi. Makes sense.
We know how Dominic feels about the early ganks. It's very against them.
Right. Yeah, 3 camp from Vi I think makes a lot of sense. I think it's a good way to clear on Vi.
That'll just be a kill on
that.
TF.
Yeah.
Flash Force cancels the auto, so he'll survive.
Oh my, that feels really bad.
How much health does Mans have? He had 10 health.
Twisted Fate walking plenty far away just to make sure he gets out. That feels really bad if you're Vex.
Absolutely tragic. Good poke coming down from Jacob. He's very experienced on the Soraka. He doesn't play it much in the server, but it is one of the champs he plays most.
Cho'Gath buying an early tier off that death. I'd say it makes sense.
definitely does.
Vi actually invading Viego here after taking Scuttle Crab. Oh wait, no, wrong side of the map. Viego invading Vi here.
Getting the lane gank too. It should just be a kill. Flash for the Ashe, but she just gets rooted by the Jhin. Really well played by Mason there. Or that was Anne. That's not Mason.
That was Anne, yeah.
Almost get the Seraphine too. So the Sejuani's brought really low by the Cho'Gath.
Yeah.
So many S champs in this game. It's boggling my puny mind a little bit. Alright, so pretty sizable CS lead here for Cho'Gath. Should just be able to zone Sejuani off some of these minions. She's trading pretty aggressively onto him.
Oh, that Q, if that Q had hit, it would have been probably a lot of damage. It would have been a grass proc and presumably a couple E autos. Fortunately, Jhin W there goes wide.
But stop the Ashe chase from going onto the Soraka, so overall pretty okay. Gold is exactly even though First Blood gold went over to Kitten Grooming service.
Just stemming from the slight CS leads that a lot of the laners have.
Interesting, Cho'Gath, I believe, doesn't have Demolish in his runes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his runes are.
He does have Demolish, it just already procs, and that's why I didn't see the things. Alright, that makes sense then.
Yeah, he doesn't have that much health to work with yet, so...
Very true.
But he does have a plating already, so you know what? It did that much for him.
He's also 16 CS up, even though he died. He should be very significantly ahead in gold.
Ignite goes down. I think Cho'Gath should just walk away here.
Yeah,
I think that's a favorable trade if you're Cho'Gath to get that Ignite.
If I was him, I would want to use my ult, just really quick. He could threaten a dive here.
He is level 6, yeah.
He here. He has all.
I think he's a little low on mana to be threatening a dive.
That's true. But he will get it back from clearing these minions.
That's true. He does get some of it back. Viego spotted on a control ward there that he does not know is there.
Spending a lot of time top. Lets the drag go over to Kitten Grooming service. TF has hit 6. Can threaten that ult. Joel getting poked.
Yeah, one thing to note is that similarly to like the way an Akali would play it, Vex can hit an R on an ulting Twisted Fate and follow him wherever he goes.
That's true.
Just
can also potentially fear him out of the ult.
Yeah. Just some interesting things to look for.
The Ashe is stepping up to try to pressure
Ashe
Viego.
challenging Viego on this crab. Viego will just leave as three members, none of them the jungler from the side of KGS pressure him there.
As a jungle main, I love it when my teammates contest crabs.
Or Viego forced to walk away there.
Oh my god, it's so satisfying. I hate that you
Yeah, the Seraphine wave clears quite strong.
Quite indeed.
Now, did Cho'Gath eat a minion before he backed? It looks like he did, because his ult is about to come off of cooldown now. Yeah.
And it is from a minion, yes.
Cho'Gath already with a sizable CS lead there.
TF has ult here, they might be able to collapse on bot, but the control ward spots out the Vi. Cho'Gath CSing really well here. Has a 20 CS lead.
Winning this matchup.
Even after the early
I'm sure
game.
with the counter pick, I would assume that with the him having access to counter pick, that this is a favorable matchup for him up here in the top lane.
Yeah, I'm not super knowledgeable about Sejuani's matchups.
Yeah, me neither. That would be my guess though, is that because he used counter pick, that is a favorable matchup.
It's gonna be a big fight for the Herald here. Sejuani ult hits. Viego also had
I see exhaust go down, yeah.
This will just be 2 kills for none for Kitten Grooming service.
Oof, it's a really good start for Kitten Grooming Services here.
This is exactly what they needed. They need these kills to be able to establish control of the game. The clock was ticking on them, and they answered.
Soraka stepping up pretty far there. Vi ganking top again. Cho'Gath staying a little bit too long. His Twisted Fate is also here. Cho'Gath will
have
just
the season desist, but you won't need it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, tried to flash for that eat.
Yeah.
Not get it,
It
unfortunately.
was close, but was not able to confirm the kill. So they will pop Rift Herald in top lane here, would be my guess. Yep. And attempt to pressure that tower. Viego in bot. And an attempt to make something happen. But the KGS bot lane will just be able to walk away. Vex now answering the push in top as Cho'Gath TP's up there. So Sejuani and Vi should just be able to walk away from this one. As Shadow Surge is on cooldown.
Very true. Even though KGS has a pretty sizable gold advantage here, all it takes is one Viego reset, really, for healing animal control to be right back in the game, so...
Yeah. Twisted Fate's still holding on to that Destiny. Has not used it yet.
Yep. It's definitely anyone's game right now. The more gold that goes on the Vi, the more items she gets, the more gold the Viego will have when he kills her. And knowing Mason, he'll know that he has a lead, and he's not going to play careful. Nice CC coming out from Jin, but he's pretty low on health himself, doesn't have that much mana, is probably going to play it safe.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow now available for Ashe.
Wish is also available for Soraka. Is that even what it's called? I feel like it is.
Yes.
I'm so good at this game.
Destiny finally coming out. Enchanted Crystal Arrow connects. Vex is out of Shadow Surge as it went wide. Cease and Desist will land on the... And if he attempts to cleanse it? Maybe there's a gold card in there that I missed. But
likely. You have to use all.
Really good fight for
it's really well executed. Their draft is definitely harder to execute. They're just playing it well.
As they will secure second dragon now.
Mason with the BM. Little does he know, and took his whole top side.
Cho'Gath will manage to pick up the first turret as a response. Maybe not ideal as opposed to dragon stacking, but is certainly... Cho'Gath has a very sizable lead now, with 50 CS and a tower in his pocket.
Could be worse. He has almost double CS. His front line is going to be very valuable later. That's going to be a kill, maybe two. He'll just ult.
Back forwards. Gold card into Enchanted Crystal Arrow.
Get the slow too.
Saves the Ashe. Two resets come out here.
Gonna have a gold
card
here.
will be
Might
pulled.
Be able to keep going. The Vi's here. I think he needs to leave actually. Gonna keep going for the Seraphine. This is really aggressive.
I think it makes sense. I mean, it's hard to outrun a Vi, but
the Soraka's here. They're just gonna go for the dive.
Back away.
Really well played. And that's exactly what I was talking about. The Viego getting so much gold here.
Some clean gameplay from Viego there.
CC comes down.
Root
this
does
might
land.
Be a kill.
Viego rushing forwards.
Does not hit the CC.
Stun will not connect.
Oh. Camera went a little bit crazy there. Ah, I remembered the W name correctly as well. Cho'Gath continuing to push here. Just has...
How many Devour stacks does that Cho'Gath have now?
He is on 5. 4 of them from minions.
One from a jungle monster?
Epic monsters.
Oh, an epic monster. So he can still devour 2 more.
2 more, yep.
Yeah. It's a large Cho'Gath.
Wide Gath.
Certainly. Viego heading
very
forward
aggressive
with
play.
Season Desist used, Shadow Surge used, Enchanted Crystal Arrow connects,
here.
and Encore
goes
used.
down. Wow, so much CC. The CC lands. Vex might just die
Vex
here.
will not make it out.
Joel using the Ghost. The Cho'Gath is here. He does have his ult, but I don't know how much he can do here. Has to use the Flash, and I think he'll
Flash
still
is
just
away.
die.
Bit greedy to walk up behind 4 members of the enemy team.
Was Jacob's W off cooldown there? I want to replay that. I want to see, because if it was, that would be very tragic. W is currently off cooldown, does not heal the Cho'Gath. That's when you question mark ping your support a little bit.
Jin also probably just gonna die as there's so much CC.
This is probably the worst case. After they get some shutdowns, get some kills onto Viego. They go
punished for having to burn his cleanse down there in bot lane. Well, as first items come out, KGS seem to be the first ones to get their items across the board. They do have about a 2k gold lead now, and a 2 dragon and 6 kill advantage, as well as first herald that they collected.
This is a little bit of a departure from what KGS has been doing.
Yeah, as they'll now push for second herald as well. They have secured every single objective this game.
They have not only the gold lead, but the kill lead. And
yeah,
Janley Animal Control has the tower lead.
Yeah, Vi just really on top of the objectives.
Which is what I'd expect from Mason. He's 4-0-6. He has a 400 gold shutdown. He's being careful. Just gonna play it safe, grab those objectives. Take a couple risks here and there because he can't help it, but overall, usually he goes for 60-40 plays at the worst.
Still about a 50 CS lead up in top lane. As Twisted Fate naturally falls behind to Vex in terms of CS. Naturally,
Seraphine has completed the Leandries.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow goes wide. Destiny used.
Uses the cleanse early.
Too early. Everfrost does not connect though, and Jin will walk away.
He got very lucky there. I just noticed.
Yeah, good here to contest. Ash in danger. Ash heal and flash used. Diego's not called out. Encore comes down. Vi comes over the wall.
So much healing from the Soraka.
Shadow Surge connects on Ash. Shield just die.
TP coming out from Sejuani. TP is not coming out because Cho'Gath is
Diego over the wall. Does not get the reset. Did not damage Ash. There we go. Finally gets a reset.
That's 2 kills for the Vex and a kill for the Cho'Gath. That's massive. He's going very, very far here. I think this is too much.
Oh, Glacial Prison will connect.
And going a little bit too far.
Able to secure the kill.
That's a champion stack for Cho'Gath, though. Won't get it on this drag, but no big deal. He already got it. Enchanted Crystal Arrow goes wide. KGS probably just have to disengage here. I don't think they can contest this super well. Joel has no
unfortunately,
health.
Sejuani and Twisted Fate, not the people you want to contest your dragons.
That being said, they do get a good amount of damage onto the Soraka, but Soraka does get the drag.
His Vi has now come over the wall. Cease and desist still not up.
Cho'Gath needs to get out here though, he's getting collapsed on.
Janley Animal Control will just walk away.
The Sunder just gets so much work done for the Vi here. Vex will just go down. That's a shutdown.
Vex does not make it out.
Viego is bad.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow connects.
Also just die.
Viego will also go down.
What a clown.
Cho'Gath walking backwards and will also get taken down.
Triple kill for the Seraphine.
As the Rift, the second Herald will come down in mid, and I'd say that this could be 2 towers here.
Yeah, this is just really bad for Janley Animal Control. They got a good play, they got the drag, and then they stayed and they got punished. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication between the bot lane and everyone else. The bot lane both backed, everyone else stayed. I don't know if they would have been able to make a difference. The Soraka was pretty low health, but You never know. Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes out. I don't think it'll get anything
down mid, and it hits Jin.
But I'll just get healed by the Soraka and walk it off.
Yeah, no picks off of it, but does connect on Jin. Seraphine now finished her second item.
Even though there's a sizable CS difference in mid, and the Vex does have more kills, TF has a good amount of assists, and his passive is keeping him equal in gold, if a little bit behind. Sejuani is still 50 gold or 50 minions behind. It's down about 2,000 gold. 600 gold lead for Mason in the jungle. 1,400 gold lead for the Seraphine. Jin just hasn't been working super well for JAC.
The Seraphine just massively ahead right now. Unfortunately, he's just sort of been bullied. He's gotten a couple deaths off of not having the right summoner spells up at the right time.
Cho'Gath is getting collapsed on here.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow will connect.
Old card hits. Sejuani ult
Ignite
hits,
used. Glacial
hits.
Prism used.
He's so tanky though. But
I mean, he should just go down. There's not much he can do to escape at this point. As Vex is fighting Vi down here, Shadow Surge was used, but Vex will not get the kill, and Vi will flash away.
Oh.
Viego not able to secure the kill. Twisted Fates arrived with Destiny. And Viego's now in danger.
Going back in, I think just to taunt Anne. Viego's getting so much healing from the Soraka, but it's not enough.
There's
Soraka
so much CC. It's so hard to stay on top of the people you need to stay on top on because of the amount of CC that they have.
It really is. This is a risky call. Cho'Gath is alive in a little bit. Has TP. Vi's low health. If Jin realizes he'll be able to... He doesn't have ult. Never mind. Perfect call. Well played.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow.
Oh my god, and he used Cleanse.
Should use his Cleanse to survive.
Yeah, this game just isn't going very well for Janley Animal Control.
Yeah, fortunately they're just put on the back foot at this point.
We'll just have to play defensively, hope they can get some work done around the next dragon, maybe get some picks.
Is this a Viego with a pseudo tank build? Sort of like what Autumn build?
Anna's been doing it recently. Did it in the last series, I think.
I'll be honest, I haven't played much Viego recently. I don't know the validity of it. It's certainly an interesting build, I would say.
Does give him a little bit more tankiness, a little bit less damage. Especially with Sunfire not being as good, he has to go for the Frostfire.
Right. But maybe it helps him stick on people a little bit better.
I think he's just dead.
The slow fields. Oh my.
Such a massive heal from the Soraka. Managed to trade on the Vi.
Encore hits too.
Cho'Gath is behind. Vex is still alive. They might be able to get something done here. But the Sejuani joins in, I think they just have to disengage. They can't do anything else.
I don't think Cho'Gath will make it out. Oh, the stun connects. Glacial Prison goes wide.
TF is so low. How much health does he have?
And they will both survive.
Where's my mouse? 100 health, 40 health, and 400 health. I mean, it's Cho'Gath. He doesn't really care that much. This will be the third drag going over to Kitten Grooming
Into Crystal Arrow, heading towards the base.
Does not hit
Will
anyone.
go wide.
Dean has to be careful. If he gets hit by a couple more Hextech Dragon attacks, he'll just die. But he gets the shield from the Seraphine and the heal, and he'll just be fine. So Seraphine Ashe lane has looked really good for them this game.
Yeah.
Eric
certainly, I mean, we know the potential of the lane. It's obviously just a very strong lane to have.
Eric just has so
they're really
much gold.
showcasing it in this game.
Yeah. Eric with CS lead on the Seraphine, 9, 2, and 4. Just so much gold going on to him. Their frontal strategy has been working, I have to say. Jin gets hit by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. I think he'll just die.
No cleanse up. He does not quite die. Encore goes wide, but Vexes use Shadow Surge, and Has no way to get out.
The Seraphine just does so much damage.
Soraka locked up. Gold card will
That was a big
connect. And, yep. The Seraphine Q is enough to finish the kill. Vi on the run away from Viego. Viego flashes the wall here.
He just loses.
Vi just
Mason outplayed
absolutely
him.
pummels him.
There's nothing else you can say. Mason outplays.
I mean, the
outplayed
healing
him.
from the Divine Thunder there, though, making a really big difference.
Mason dropping the question mark in all chat. And yeah, the healing there was just extreme. I think maybe if the Viego had a damage build there instead of Frostfire, he would have been able to pull it out. As it stands, the Thunder just gives Vi so much more value against him, and he does less damage. Game is feeling like it's slowly slipping away from Janley Animal Control here. It's not over. It's not over until the Nexus falls, but it's definitely looking a bit rough. Seraphine ult is up if they chase here.
Surely it's Sunderer here. Mason saying what I was sort of thinking.
He's not wrong. He's definitely not wrong. But that's one
The
reset.
20 will go down, reset comes through. Shadow Surge
kill.
reset's also happening.
They can get a
As the
shutdown on the
Vex is coming up really big. Enchanted Crystal Arrow will connect onto Vex.
I'm so bad at English. Viego gets the Seraphine shutdown.
We'll get another possession. This Shadow Surge will go wide. And Viego will go down. Ashe getting knocked up and eaten by Cho'Gath.
I think I said every champion that starts with an S in this game before I finally said Seraphine correctly. But that's really good for Janley Animal Control to get a turret. They get a.
We should check on the Cho'Gath's Devour stacks at this point.
Absolutely.
I'd imagine he's getting
Maxed out
pretty
on
big.
minions.
Yep,
He has 8
up
of
to
them.
9 stacks now. Slowly becoming a very large
He has 8 of them
Cho'Gath.
right now. Season
that
desist
not
coming
9?
out. The Sejuani's
Oh,
here.
you're right. Thought I saw 9.
All Gucci.
Destiny will come out.
Cho'Gath will be given as the sacrificial lamb here so that everyone else can get out.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow connects. Ignite used, and Cho'Gath will
To add
just
insult
die.
to injury, the Vex goes down as well. Jacob.
Sejuani's still running forwards. Unable to do anything.
Vex purchases the Shadow Flame, only second item for her. Seraphine has 3. Jin doesn't even have 2 yet. That's 3 on the Cho'Gath, 1.5.
Is that Jin building a collector?
I believe so, and in this game, I think it's even worse than game 1. It's just... He's so behind.
I think surely Lord Dominic's Regard has to be the play.
Yeah, I mean, LDR or Rapid Fire
Or Rapid
something.
Cannon,
Anything
yeah.
that isn't Collector.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the LDR is pretty good this game because pretty much everyone on the other team has built some health. But yeah, Rapid Fire Cannon to get over some of the range is also certainly viable. Enchanted Crystal Arrow, there's just so much CC. Shadow Surge lands on the Vi. She should just die here. Possession will come out. A Vi Possess is really scary. Ashe will go down as well.
Seraphine is low, but I don't know if they'll be able to reach. Hawk Shot comes out from the possessed Ashe. But
They
I don't think they'll
have survived,
be able
fought
to
back
reach.
here. With a dragon spawning in 17 seconds, Kitten Grooming Services does not have a jungler.
Yeah, so Janley Animal Control will be able to delay the soul another 5 minutes. Whether they'll be able to continue to contest it afterwards remains to be seen. They're finally
Yeah, I
starting
mean,
to
they do
scale
have
up.
this infinite scaling Cho'Gath on their side, who's just progressively getting stronger and stronger.
And as we mentioned, the Viego managing to get possessions is doing really well in the team fights where they do get a pick, even with his more tanky build. So the Cho'Gath has scaled, The Viego is scaling. Soraka
I
has
saw
the
that-
only item she needs.
I saw that Frostfire Gauntlet move over a slot, and for a second, I didn't see it, and I thought he sold the item. I was about to lose my mind.
I almost called Cho'Gath Ornn and was looking for his ornaments, but Ornn is not in this game. They'll be
So
starting with the
KGS
Baron.
will start up Baron here. I don't think Janley Animal Control knows. Enchanted Crystal Arrow will come out and connect.
Yeah, it seems like
And
they're
burning
checking now.
on this
They know
incredibly
the problem,
quickly.
The problem with this,
Yeah, hops into pit and
and
will
he got the
steal Baron.
steal.
Able to flash
Oh
out.
my, that
The
has to
Vexsphere
be
comes
tilting.
down.
If the
Twisted Fate
question,
uses Destiny, but they can't catch anyone.
if the question mark from from Anne does not come out here,
And Janley Animal Control will walk away with the Baron.
and just
After a
like
great
that, the
steal.
gold wheel is down to under 1,000. It's down to 500, 300 gold. This game is looking winnable. Just as I say that,
Oh,
Three-man
two-man,
Seraphine
three-man
ult.
encore.
it's the caster curse.
2 people go down. Cho'Gath now locked in the fight. It's looking like he will not be able to make it out of this one.
Anne has made it back. I think
And all of a
They
sudden,
have-
there's a 5 for or a 0 for 3. And KJS is walking into the base. I'm not sure if they can end the game through this Baron buff, but it looks like they want to try. Check Crystal Arrow used. Will
Yeah,
land onto
they're
Viego. He is
Viego bought the stopwatch.
Glacial
Great buy
Prison will
here.
connect.
It
He is just
this might be
CC'd for
game.
too long.
Soraka's alive, but what's she gonna do? The Vex is alive in 5, but they'll get another turret at least. Anne seems to have become very enraged, left the game. They're not gonna end though. They managed to keep them away. That's an inhib
They
down, both Nexus turrets
Have
down.
not yet won the game.
Jake on the Jhin still has Baron buff, which is very important.
Sure, there's one remaining Baron buff.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow hits the Vex. The Twisted Fate goes down to the Jhin, but the Vex also goes down. The Ashe has literally less than 100 health, I believe. There she goes. There's the collector value, I guess. I still don't agree with it, but
Yeah, I'm not
the
sure. if that was
Devour
the
is
play,
blocked
but
by the stopwatch. There it goes.
Seraphine has been eaten. Vi just walking forward. Season Desist comes down onto Soraka, and she will die. Jhin just cannot move. Will go down to Vi's, what, Sonic Blows or whatever they're called?
Denting
Can't
blows,
remember.
I believe.
Denting Blows.
Does he win this? I don't think he does. I think
I
the Thunder
think
value is too
she
good.
just out heals him,
But the
which is
Viego
kind
is here
of
now.
crazy.
I don't think he can
There you go, ult
kill her,
connects,
though.
but
She's
that's
2
it.
levels
I
up.
don't. Yeah, I'm not sure if he has a kill here.
He has the attack speed. But
Flank
I
goes
don't think
down
he
and
can
she
do
gets
it.
out over the wall. This Vi with 12 kills posing a big problem for Janley Animal Control.
Absolutely, but if she does go down, that's a 4-item Vi that they have to deal with. On the Viego, who is building towards the GA.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
I will say nothing about the game.
Oh, okay, cool, very nice. Get out. Okay, I don't know if he's here or if he's muted or what.
He's
but,
gone, he's gone.
Okay, perfect.
Ashe flashing forwards there. Destiny comes down, Wish comes down, Encore goes
Encore
down,
goes
but does
wide.
not connect.
Ashe has no health. The Hextech Drake is up in about half a minute.
Now, Janley Animal Control does have to be careful here, because if they do lose this dragon fight, they will most likely lose the game.
Will just lose the game. They also have to be careful for a Twisted Fate backdoor. Or a
No,
Sejuani
Destiny just came out. Enchanted Crystal Arrow flying down mid. Vex extremely caught out here.
Yeah.
She should just die
It just
right
seems
before
like
Dragon
mental,
comes up.
Mental is gone after.
Viego walking into the whole group, gets exhausted. Stuck in a 1 versus 4. Will not be able to get a kill. GA is popped.
W from the Jhin goes wide, does not hit.
Viego just stuck, unable to survive there.
Seems like the game
As
will end
Cho'Gath, Soraka, and Jhin are now on the run, Enchanted Crystal Arrow will connect on the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath will be able to eat Twisted Fate, but Soraka will go down to Sejuani. Seraphine will pick up Jhin, and Vi will pick up Cho'Gath, and this should just be the end of the game.
It's a 5-for-1. That's the game. Well played to Kitten Grooming Service. They have continued to show that they are among the best teams in the league. Unfortunate for Janley Animal Control. They gave it a really good fight. They were close. It seemed like they were going to bring the game back. And
great series overall.
Yeah, great series, entertaining.
Back and forth.
I think for this last game, I would give the MVP to Dean. Not to Dean, to Eric, sorry.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. That or Mason, I think, deserve it. I think the Vi was a massive issue, but the Seraphine value just all game was really big.
Can we get Eric in here?
Did someone say Seraphine?
Sure did. I got a couple questions.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you think teams will finally start banning Seraphine against you guys?
God, I hope so.
Is it fun for you to play, or is it just like you know it's the best thing, so you just
all right?
it in?
So here's the thing, right? Is that I think that I'm okay with playing like any champion that exists in the bot lane. Like there really isn't a champion I dislike playing, so I don't mind it.
Okay.
And I find the champion very fun. It's just like I just wish people would ban it, because like it's like it feels like just a win. I don't know. I think I've lost a total of 1 game playing Seraphine.
Yep, we checked before the game. You've lost 1. You've won, I think now it's 4 or
Yeah.
3. Did you know that Dean in this server is undefeated on Ashe?
Yeah, that's not surprising
That's
either, because
crazy.
I think Dean has only played Ashe with me and then one other time AD carry, right?
I think he's played 2 or 3 games of it as AD carry, surprisingly. But yeah, definitely has some. Mason, you came here even though you were not MVP. We do have to say the MVP was very close that last game. It could have gone either
Surely
way.
the most damage Vi gets the
Okay,
MVP. No,
but
come on, man. Surely.
I got the MVP game 1. Let's be real.
No, I
I
agree.
need to-
In every other game,
I
it's
need
not
to
me. But
remember
like,
what the drafts were.
Yeah.
I was the Draven.
No.
Yes,
Game 1
okay,
is
yeah,
absolutely
game one for sure.
right.
And then game 2.
See what happened, Mason, is that we combined the games because they won
Okay.
because they won team 2. Game 2.
we don't talk about game 2.
Yeah,
Game 2 never
I think
happened.
game 2 it goes to Ann
Glitch
on
in
the
the
cane.
Matrix.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. Anne deserved it for sure.
but
we did a little tomfoolery.
Mason, since you're here, can you tell us about the skin bet you guys had?
Which one?
I'm assuming there was
think-
a skin bet because you guys were talking about
I
skin.
think
Oh, true,
Anne,
true.
Anne decided on Dragon Trainer Tristana, I believe.
Wait, do I actually need to get him the skin? Because I beat him on the lease, no?
I don't know how it works. I don't know what
Hold
the
on.
agreement was.
There is a bunch of different agreements. I don't know which one we settled on. Let me ask him.
But yeah, I think I really like playing Seraphine, but like I will just continue to play it every game until people ban it, because the champion is stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Please, I'm begging you.
Alright, I'll be back.
Okay.
All right. I think
Do you
we're
have any other
gonna
questions, Jonah?
probably no. I
Yeah,
think
why is my Draven sick nasty, bro? 40 CS up on my laner. I'm crazy. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
You guys were just consistently getting CS leads, except for
Yeah.
the Cho'Gath
In the
in that
bot
last
lane.
game.
dude?
I-
Yeah.
I think when you're playing the Draven lane on Jhin, I think it's understandable that like you like kind of just like don't want to feed the Draven kills. So like I understand why they sacked the CS lead that game. Same with the Callista game.
Yep.
But like when you're playing Seraphine Ashe is kind of okay with like you like I don't really care if they don't like try to get kills, right? Like I'm fine with just like chilling, because I'll just scale and just like
Yeah.
win all the dragon fights with my ultimate.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
one more question actually
It's
before
just-
we end here.
What's up?
Were you guys surprised that they gave the Callista over in game 2?
No,
I
think
think
we
I think
were our draft game 2 was a little experimental.
yeah. I think
we
when
could
I think
tell.
when people play against you guys, you like it's known that Dean plays Callista, but you all just play so many champions that it's hard
Yeah,
to.
I think Joel Joel like
Joel is a
having to attract
monster.
two bans every draft helps us out a lot.
Joel got
And
3 bans that last game.
yeah, and so I think that it actually helps me out a lot because like if Joel only attracted 1 ban, then they could just like, ban my Draven if they're ever worried about me playing Draven, or they could actually ban the Seraphine and other stuff.
Which they
But
did ban the Seraphine, didn't? Or did you guys ban?
yeah,
I
so
think no, you guys banned Seraphine on blue side game 1.
yeah, because we didn't want to play Seraphine that game because I thought it'd be funny to play
Okay.
to play.
All right.
Yeah.
A little bit of a
Can't let
flex,
the enemy team
but
have that. Yeah.
that's all right. All right, GG's, congrats.
GG's.
Congrats to Mason
To
as
the
well.
viewers, thank you for watching.
Thank you everyone who watched. We're gonna end it here. Be back. I believe we have a game on Saturday. I don't know if I know we have a game on Saturday, but I don't know if we have one tomorrow.
I don't think so.
So Saturday 8 will be Kathy's Kittens for Silicats. Let's go Silicats. No bias. Haha. And that's the end of the stream. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.